All right. Hey, welcome everybody. Glad to have you back here at the Games Tavern for Dirty Deeds, where a group of us go ahead, get together, explore Everon, have fun, maybe inflict a little trauma, some physical damage or whatever. Just try to have a good time now. I mean, at least I'm enjoying myself. I don't know about the rest of you, but I think you're going to enjoy tonight, though. We do have a lot in store for you. If you are new here, this is your first time joining us, we definitely want to welcome you here. Go ahead, follow us on Twitch. It's free, helps support the cast, the crew, lets us keep doing what we're doing here. It's a lot of fun. Also, don't forget, though, every Monday we're live, except for next week we won't be because of the holiday. We're going to take next week off. But if you missed any of our previous episodes or you want to see this one again, you can go back, watch us on YouTube where we upload about 48 hours later. So you can go back and rewatch all the fun action. Definitely leave us some comments and stuff there. Let us know how we're doing. I'm ready to go on. How about you guys?
Oh yeah.
You sure?
Oh yeah.
I got some fun stuff planned for you, but before we go ahead and get into this action, we got some announcements for you real quick.
First one being, if you have an Amazon Prime membership, don't forget that you can subscribe to the Games Tavern by just clicking the link and using your free Prime gaming subscription. Doing so helps us, helps all of our tech goblins in the back end, and it also makes sure that we get more people involved in our Discord. You would get access to our sub-only emotes and the special channel on the TGT Discord just for our subscribers. So please click it and hit that subscribe with Amazon Prime.
And another way to show support would be by cheering on your favorite character. We love you guys, and we love when you guys kind of get to play a role. It's fun. So when you cheer 500 bits, you get to award inspiration to a random player. And if you cheer 1,000 bits, you get to pick which character gets inspiration. So if someone, full magic caster is really struggling tonight, maybe they need inspiration.
Know who that would be.
I can't. Why would they be struggling? I don't.
Couldn't be me. Can't relate. A humongous thank you to Overhead Games for sponsoring this show. Please go to overheadgames.com, or you can check it out yourself by checking out the link in chat below.
Thanks to our sponsor at Overhead Games, we're giving away an epic character generator tonight. So type !epic in the chat. Once the notice goes up that the raffle is live, you must be a follower to enter, and you must be present at the end of the night in chat for staff to contact you when you win. Will you win? We'll continue to take entries until the end of the stream when we pick the winner.
Also, we are working with Shard Tabletop. Their virtual tabletop makes playing 5e easier and easier to run both in person and virtually. Together, we are working to implement the amazing Shard Tabletop VTT live on our streams. And to make this announcement even better, you can go to Shard Tabletop right now and follow the link in chat and use the promo code TGT Shard 20, the Games Tavern Shard 20, and save 20% on all subs.
Yep, definitely go check that out. We're working at. We're actually pretty soon. We're going to be trying to go live with it here on stream. It's great tools. Got a lot of good stuff in there. Looking forward to getting that incorporated. Well, players, do you think you're ready for tonight?
No. I think we should actually just do all this again to give us more time to prepare.
You need some more time. Are you all emotionally, centered?
I got my tissues.
You got your wits ready about you?
Absolutely not.
No.
No.
Well,
no.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to get into this here. So ready or not, last week, our adventurers had returned to New Cyre after having taken care of manticores up in the mountains, as well as a member of this cult that seems to be attacking the city by the name of Two. They had inquired a little bit about him, got into a little scuffle with him and a few of his little pets. And once they left the mountains, returned back to the city, things seemed to be fairly calm and quiet. The prince, seeing them now as heroes, decided to throw a celebration for our adventurers. And upon that, they decided to dub themselves the Fallen Star Company. as you know, all groups who become heroes need a name. As the celebration continued, they took a little bit of downtime, relaxed, did some shopping. Somebody ended up getting worked extra hard as if they were joining the military, with a bunch of push-ups and pull-ups and just all around having a good time. Then they received a call about their hover horses. And as they went to go to the binding ceremony where the elementals were going to be bound to these machines to help give them a means of transportation other than their own 2 feet, a force of energy just washed over the entire city as an anti-magic zone seemed to just emanate from multiple points within the city, stopping the ritual that was being cast for binding the elemental, releasing it as it attacked the group. They were able to actually talk down the fire elemental, which I still don't get how that happened, but they did. Talked it down with the promise that they will help return it to its regular plane of existence. They realized that the city was under attack by this cult. They encountered a group of them where poor Biscuit had been hit by a spell. Because while none of our party's spells are working, they are unable to cast magic. None of their magical items are working. This cult, who all seem to be imbued with tattooed aberrant dragon marks, are still able to cast spells. They fought a small group of them, took care of them real quick, and then started working their way towards the center of one of these zones. They found a small totem sitting inside of an abandoned house that, upon smashing it, discovered that it was the source of one of these anti-magic zones. And that is where we left our adventurers last week, in this abandoned house on the southwestern side of New Cyre, having smashed one of these. Still, what they believe is 5 more of these totems somewhere scattered throughout the city. So adventurers, while you are in this house, if you could actually go ahead and take a look at Battle Map 2 for me. This is the map of New Cyre that you are all fairly familiar with. However, I went ahead, because you have the charcoal drawing as well, I annotated where those X's are roughly within the city. So you are currently at the marker with the blue diamond. What would you like to do next?
We have to clear these out, or else we will be able to do nothing. I say that we make a push towards the place near the Far Traveler, and then from there we can push to the bunkhouse and then go around in a sweep.
Yeah, that sounds good. Halceris, is there anything you can do right now? Or should we kind of ring around and...
Don't worry about me. Just we have to move quickly.
Steel, you're muted.
Yeah, we need to go. Let's just get these things cleared out.
All right.
Okay. So
Is anyone hurt? Does anyone look hurt?
I think Ro is actually kind of looking a little
not great, but I can manage for now.
And Echo, I think, is actually kind of looking pretty bad, aren't you?
I didn't want to say anything because other things seemed more pressing. But
So
anyone-
looking around House Eris, you can tell Echo is not doing all that great at the moment.
Does anyone still possess their potions?
Yes, here.
Don't throw them. What are you doing?
it's okay. It's okay. I've trained with the boomerang before. Although I'm not used to it coming back to me, so I don't know how exactly that
Oh,
happens.
just take the potion.
Okay.
Okay, you take the potion. Go. It's 2d4 plus 2 healing.
2d4.
And that should help you out a little bit there. Get you beyond
No,
that.
I rolled ones on both of those, so I got 4 points back.
Okay.
I walk over.
This kind of tastes a little funky.
Oh,
This is-
actually, okay, never mind. I don't think that'll work. I was gonna see if I could use lucky, but I don't think that's how that works.
Not for that, no. Nope. Lucky is for a d20 roll.
Yep. Would have been cool though.
Echo says
I mean,
Only you could
it-
divide it.
If Echo had inspiration, I would have let her re-roll those probably. But
I mean, there are ways to get inspiration. Just
there are. So
I was gonna
Okay.
walk over and just hand Echo my potion.
okay.
Oh,
Maybe this is a little fresher.
are you sure? I mean, what if someone else might need it? We'll save it for now. If someone else needs it later, we can use it. We don't know when magic is going to be restored, so let's take our time.
Okay, so which one of these markers are you planning on going towards? You said the one by the Fire Traveler,
Yeah.
just
I
outside
think-
of City Hall.
I think that would be the best place because then we can just make a straight shot east, and then we can come up and around.
Okay, how do you plan on proceeding towards the Fire Traveler? Do you want to stay within the buildings? Are you going out to the main road? Are you trying to be sneaky, or are you just going guns blazing?
I'm trying to be as sneaky as I can.
Yeah, I think some sneak is necessary here.
Yay. I'm just going to follow whatever everyone else wants to do.
I think, yeah, moving quick as we can, but I think sticking to the alleyways and staying off the main thoroughfare.
Okay, so everybody go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Also, Tyrion, do you want to scout ahead? You can warn us if someone's coming.
That can be done. That can be yeah, sure. Why not? Dirty 20 for stealth.
30, 20, okay.
12 for Echo.
7 for row.
7, okay.
Oh, that
I'm
never.
gonna choose a different path from the rest, and I'm not going stealth. I am going to sprint in chainmail, or in whatever I'm wearing right now. Whatever
Okay.
that is towards the Far Traveler.
Okay, are you still staying within the alleyways and stuff, or are you going to the main road to sprint?
Going to the main road.
Okay. How about you, Halceris?
I can't let Steel go alone, but I
No,
didn't do
no.
bad on my stealth.
Go.
Just see
Okay.
you tear down. All right, I'll go with him.
I'll go with him, I guess.
So that's a 15 with disadvantage. So not bad.
Okay. All right, so we got Steel going by himself and everybody else sneaking
Well,
through the other way.
I
would
think
like
I
to-
can.
I
mean-
I would like to actively give be a distraction for the rest.
Oh.
Okay, cool. I'll stick with them then.
Okay.
Let
right.
us know if you need anything.
Okay. So, the rest of you, the group of 4, as you start sneaking through the alleyways.
I'm gonna head up everybody else.
Okay, you going up ahead? All right.
Just scout out and can I say that beforehand we established like signals to be used?
I mean,
I'll
that.
know when you make them.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what signals are you using?
Pineapple 64.
I made no attempt to stop and talk to Tyrion. I just took off down a different alleyway than they were going, so
Yep.
that I would make a noise going slightly off their path.
Right. So, Taryn, are you making signals back to the other three that are following you stealthily?
Yeah, I look back and see them in a circle.
And what, pray tell, does that mean to your other compatriots?
I'm just relaying back things that I see. So if it's clear, it's like
You see
Circle.
a circle? Is that what we're hearing?
the secret circle.
What? Continue.
You're in the circle of trust.
Oh,
I would hope so.
Circle of
so we move
safety.
forward. If what I see, do I have to make a perception check to see if the way forward that we're heading is clear?
I was going to get to that, yes.
Okay, cool. So I'd like to make that check.
Okay, so, yep, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I think that was the actual conversation we were having in the alleyway. So we're in the circle? What do you mean?
That's really pretty on brand. But 14 perception.
14 perception. Okay, as you're starting to work your way towards the city hall area, so you start hearing what sounds like the clanging of metal.
Do I hear it in the direction that steel went?
No, you hear it in the direction of the forge.
So I look back and I make the signal for clanging metal.
Okay.
And I point. And I point.
Okay. Yeah.
Move forward slightly so I can get a better eye view of what I'm hearing.
Okay. So with that, we will go ahead and move over to Steel. Steel, you enter the road and you look down towards City Hall and you see just people running in all sorts of directions. Just people panicking, fleeing, running towards buildings. And occasionally, every once in a while, you see a bolt of fire just kind of shoot off in a direction.
Okay. Let's see. Do I see any of these attackers, and approximately how many can I see?
You see two of them at the moment that are carrying around short swords, and every time you see one of them go to cast a firebolt, the tattooed dragon mark on their arm glows before it releases.
Can you show me approximately where on the map I would be at this point?
Yep. So I will move the diamond. You are right around there. So
I'll just use my character mark to. Hey, since we've separated.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna happen. I'm gonna run up to the first one that I can see, and I'm going to attack it.
Okay. Go ahead, give me an attack roll with advantage.
Okay. That's 17.
17's gonna hit. Go ahead and give me damage.
That's the first attack, and then I've got the two hammers running.
Okay. Yep.
Shh. No. Okay. That's 4. Shh. Quiet down. 4 points of damage on the first one.
Okay.
Do I still have advantage on the second attack or just regular?
Yes. Yep. You'll get advantage on both attacks.
Okay. That is 15 for the second one.
15 hits.
Okay. That is 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So yeah, you just come up and just smack this guy, and as you do that, he just drops to the ground.
Okay.
So you
Appreciate
can
that.
well you can tell that he has already taken some damage prior to this.
Okay. I'm gonna yell out to any of the townsfolk. Head south. What's the name of the place? Where were we that we fought them the first time?
Oh, the farms.
No. What building? What
Oh,
building
you were
was
just
it?
in a. It was just in a.
the
Just
workshop.
a
What's
resident,
the name of
an abandoned house.
No, what's the name of the workshop that we were in?
Oh,
What's
the
name?
that's
Oh,
the
the,
Builders Guild.
Builders Guild. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew that we got them mixed up at one point.
Yeah, so
it's
that
not
would
the
actually
Builders
be-
Guild,
That would So
But
that
yes,
would actually be
so-
to the west, not the south.
or west. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Head to the out of town towards the Builders Guild. Just yelling at anybody any of the passing
Okay.
villagers that I
So
saw.
are you trying to persuade them to do it, or are you trying to scare them to do it?
Better at. Let's persuade. Yeah,
Okay.
persuasion is really what I'm going for.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Give me a persuasion roll then.
Hey, that's a 21.
Okay. So you see the large chunk of them. They all stop, look at you, and they recognize. You can tell that they recognize you, and they all start running towards you, and then going past you.
Okay, and I'm gonna use as much of that cover as I can to try to get to the next build, the Far Traveler.
Okay. So as you're coming into the big clearing right around City Hall, you kind of do glance over to the right at the Hammer and Steel Forge, and you see the Forge Master there. You see Amelia, just large warhammer in her hands, and you see two bodies just down on the ground below her, and she's squaring off with another one of these cultists. And she's just you see her just kind of growling and roaring at this guy. Okay, back to the other group.
The dummies.
So Taryn, as you start to approach closer, you can also now see the back of Amelia or Celia. I keep getting those two names mixed up. Celia is the Forge Master.
All
You
right.
see the back of Celia squaring off with another one of these cultists in the black robes, and you can't see the two bodies because she's out in front of the forge.
But
So
I
you
can
can't
see the black the other one that's standing.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna fire an arrow
Okay.
at him.
Give me an attack roll.
Oh, there it is. Got a lot of dice. Let's go. This for all the biscuits. And there are no biscuits because I rolled a 10.
That
That's a touchy
misses.
subject right now. We really don't need to phrase it that way.
I mean,
I apologize.
too soon. Too soon.
but I'm sorry. That was
Yeah,
insane.
I still have an hour.
Oh, time's ticking. Time is ticking.
No, I'm aware.
So
Okay.
I miss. The arrow sails past both of them. Celia turns around.
Yeah. Celia just kind of looks over and
All right.
sees you. And then she just goes back and makes a huge swing at this guy, and catches him right across the head. And you just see him.
I gave
Drop
her
to the ground.
advantage. That's what it was. That no, team player, man, team player.
Mm-hmm.
So I look back to the team, give them a circle, all clear, let's go.
The
What
rest of
is he
you.
doing?
I take off. I start.
I guess we're going. Okay.
Hustle and bustle the fastest we can get.
While we're
and
running,
then-
I'm like, we really need to work on our signals.
This is for
yeah.
All right.
All right. So you all reach the clearing right by City Hall. As you see in Steel also coming running around, having his hammers out, looking like he's just been smacking the crap out of people. You see the large crowd of civilians all running westward off towards the Builders Guild. So as you approach City Hall, you notice that the doors to the front, which are usually open during the day, are now shut. And you do not see a familiar sentry standing outside. Or Deadeye is not at the doors, standing guard.
Was that a good thing or a bad thing? That the eye's not there.
Right now, I do not think it is something. If we want to split really quick, some people could look inside while the other ones we go and take care of this artifact. We won't be far from each other if anyone would like to go and check.
I'm
doing?
sticking with you.
I'll check.
Okay. Taryn,
I'm
you
gonna
go.
keep running to the Far Traveler.
Okay.
I'll go with Taryn to check.
Okay, so we got Taryn and Echo going to the city hall. We got the rest of you going to by the fire traveler. Okay, so Echo and Taryn, you both approach the front doors of City Hall. What are you gonna do?
There's nothing there or nothing around.
You don't
or-
see it. You don't see anything.
Is the door unlocked?
I want to listen to the door, see if I hear anything.
Well, I'm gonna like try and open it without making a sound, or I don't know if it's a push door or knob.
Yeah, so you know that the doors here do push open.
Okay, but I'm not
And-
gonna.
As you go to do that,
I
it
grab
doesn't
that-
budge.
Oh, it doesn't budge?
It doesn't
Then it's
budge.
locked. So that means it's locked.
So give me let's go with the straight intelligence check.
Nat 20 right now.
Yep.
Do it. You all-
Can since we're both looking at it, can
All day.
he
I'll let either each of you do it or one of you with
Tyrion
advantage.
can have advantage.
Cool. Let's put that to the side.
That helped a lot. That helped a lot. That's a 17.
So with the 17, you're pretty sure that there's something on the
Another
other
side.
side of this door that's barring it.
Barring it.
Yep. So you can tell it's not that the door's locked. It's something that is on the other
Are
side.
there windows nearby
There are windows around the side of the building.
or
Yes.
on the side?
Yep.
Maybe we should go check out on the side and see if we can
Yeah.
find a way in.
I don't think we need to get in, but all right, let's check around to the sides.
Okay.
Okay. So you two start to work your way around. Are you going around the north or the south side of the building?
I'm going around the north.
Are you sticking with Terran Echo?
Mm,
Or are you going the other way?
I'll go the other way.
Okay. So we got Terran going north, we got Echo going
We
south.
really split the party. That's what we're supposed to do.
All right, so Steel, Ro, and House Eris, you both make your way over to the Far Traveler. And you see couple mage carts there turned over on their side, currently on fire. You see the door to the front of it almost looks like it had been hit by a ball of acid as you see some of the wood just start kind of melting away.
It looks like the marking was a little bit to the, like outside of the Far Traveler, so I'm gonna head around, I guess, to the east side and try to do an investigation to find the device.
Give me
Yeah.
an Arcana check.
Can I assist?
Yes.
Thank you for the assist. That's a 9 and a 17 with a plus.
Oof.
22 now.
Okay, so with the 22, just kind of feeling that magical radiating from what you're now familiar with coming from these totems, the anti-magic zone, you pinpoint where that seems to be English, difficult. Originating
There's the word.
from the inside of another house. Just behind the Fire Traveler.
I'm going inside.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so you go inside, and as you go into this building, looks like it is another abandoned building. Only this time, you see what looks like a large square piece of stone sitting in the middle of the room, with some ropes kind of tied to the top, going up to what you can tell is a pulley system, and another rope. And it goes all the way up around a couple pulleys and then comes back down. Almost as if you can pull this rope down to try to lift this stone. And you get the sense that this totem is coming from within that stone.
So we have to destroy this, right?
Think so. There's very well. Can I?
Grab the rope.
Yep.
Pull it
Okay.
out and then.
No. Well, no. We have to get. There's a basement. There's probably a basement underneath this stone.
I thought the stone was the problem. My bad.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It's a magic thing. It's cool.
Okay.
Just hey, grab this rope, bro. And we're gonna try to lift the stone.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me an athletics check with advantage.
Get it.
Oh yeah. Okay. 21.
All those
19
pull-ups.
plus 2.
Okay. With a 21, the two of you start pulling, and you see the stone start to come up about 2 inches, and then you both lose your grip, and it falls. So you each are actually going to take 2 points of slashing damage from rope burn as the rope kind of gets pulled from your hands.
Okay.
This stone is extremely heavy.
Alceris, grab on too.
Quick question. This room, what Steele said, does it appear that there is a basement?
So, judging from what you guys did get for your Arcana roll, the source of this antidote is coming from within this stone.
Oh.
Give me, Halceris, go ahead and give me a quick perception check.
Yes, sir. It's doing it right. That's a nat 26, my friend.
Okay, so with a nat 20, as you saw them start to pull this large block of stone, you could almost see underneath it to where you think that there might be a hollowed out portion of this that is sitting inside of this stone, almost as if it's a stone cage in a way.
Very well. All right. Actually, I think I have a plan. Bro, do you have your whip on you?
Yep, always.
Okay. I believe that it is encased from above. So if we lift it high enough, you might be able to grab it from underneath.
I'll try it.
Then I will jump on the rope as well. And
Okay. Okay, so Steele and Halceris, you guys are going to try pulling now. And Ro, you're going to attempt to try to grab something with your whip. Okay. Go ahead, give me an athletics roll.
Dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20. You both are able to start pulling it again. Ro, you've got 3 seconds.
All right, doing it.
Give me an attack roll with your whip.
It says 17 plus 5, that's a 23. 22.
23, you strike something. What do you do?
Okay. I try and wrap my whip around it and
Yep. Okay, go ahead, give me, let's go with the acrobatics.
please, dear God.
Pressure.
12.
Give me a damage roll.
Okay. For myself.
Give me a D8 plus your dex modifier.
Okay. What's my dex? Okay, 3. 5.
5 total?
Yeah.
Okay, you grab something, you yank it, and you hear something metal hit the side of the stone, probably about a foot in. But that's it. And then you guys drop the stone again. Each of you taking 2 more points of slashing damage as you get rope burns on your hand. And Ro, your whip is now trapped under this stone.
Okay, I need that. But also, what if the 3 of us try and get the stone as high as we can and then let it drop? If it's this heavy, it's got to break through at least the floor.
we can give it a shot. If anything else, we'll be able to get a shot at it with your crossbow.
Yeah.
Let's do
All right.
that.
Okay, so
Also, is there anything else in this room?
No.
Furniture wise?
No. It is completely barren room except for this right here.
Steel. I I'm not attached to my mace. I'll put my mace sort of by the side, so when it gets up, I can kick the mace underneath it, so it's at least wedged.
Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me another. Because 3 of you are helping now, I'm going to lower the DC a little bit. So because 3 of you are doing it, go ahead and give me another athletics with advantage.
That is a 15.
So 15. All right. Halceris, go ahead and give me a athletics check. Or acrobatics, I mean.
I'm also gonna use my foot to like kick the whip out from under.
Okay, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Sure thing, boss.
I actually get a little check with that. Hold on 1 second. That is 17.
17, you're able to kick the mace over just enough to where when you all do drop this, right, it lands on top of your mace.
This dumbass got a 1.
Bro.
I'm rolling really bad right now. Wait. It was a D20. It was a D20.
Yes.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. I just have to read it to make sure I can do it.
You can.
Yeah,
You can.
I can do it. I'm doing it.
Because I was ready.
No, I'm doing it. 21.
21.
Go.
Okay. So
Can we just take a moment to appreciate those? Bro.
yeah. So Halcer, you get it under there, and Ro, you get your foot on your whip, you start to pull, and you just see in your eyes your foot is getting crushed by this as it falls. But it stops just above your foot because it landed on the mace. And you slide your whip out from underneath you, from underneath the stone.
Ooh.
All right, quick, what
so-
you doing?
Yep. So with this,
crossbow.
is there enough clearance in there? Because if not, I would ask Steel to use one of his hammers to also get leverage underneath, and we can try to pry it up instead of using the rope.
Okay, so you have, let's see, a mace is probably, 5 inches wide maybe? So that's about how much clearance you have.
Okay.
Can I get a crossbow bolt through there?
How thick?
You can.
How thick is this? How thick is this stone?
So you get down on the ground, you look, this stone is about a foot thick.
I reach inside.
Okay. So you reach in-
I'm holding the rope.
okay, so you're holding the rope.
Hussers!
I've got my
Steel, you
mace.
reach in, you're able to grab the totem.
I'm just gonna try to like lay it flat and pull it out.
Okay. Yep, you are able to slide it out from underneath, and you see a very similar looking device. The
Gonna
small little
dismantle it.
6-pointed, they got like 6 spikes coming off of it. Halceris, go ahead, give me a quick religion check.
Of course.
Calceris?
Woof. That is a 9.
Something looks kind of familiar about this, but you can't quite place it. It's some sort of religious iconography that you can't quite figure out.
Steel, is there a way to dismantle that without breaking it?
Yeah, and I got a 22 on my tinkering check.
Okay, so with the 22 on your tinker check, you start messing around with some of the wiring and the components on it, and you pop something, and all of a sudden you feel that field around you kind of go away. You're still within one coming from another location, but you can tell you just deactivated this. And as you were tinkering with it, you noticed that at the very center of this, you noticed a red crystal with some swirling, like almost like magic inside of it, that you recognize as a Kyber dragon shard. What's that face there, Halceris?
I knew what it was when you said it before you said Kyber, and I was like, I'll bet that's a Kyber shard.
Mm-hmm.
That dragon below ain't no good.
Cyrus, take it, and I toss it back,
Okay.
and I make my way, and I just dash out the door.
Okay.
Okay.
Ro,
I
you
pick
go
up
with
my
him.
whip.
I will wait for the others.
What? No.
No. Come, Cyre's out the door. Let's
No.
go.
Okay, I will wait.
You
And I'm gonna look
They're
across
in
the
the-
field. Are
running.
they coming back? Are they? Is this about the same
Okay.
time as
Well, no,
theirs?
well, so now while all that was going on, we're going to jump back over to Tavern and Echo. So Tavern, you're going around the north side of the building. You work your way around, and you do see the line of windows as you go. What are you going to do?
I'd like to take a peek. Yes.
Okay. So you pop up to the first window, you look in, and you see an office that you've seen before as you walk in, some of the offices along the side of the main hallway there. And you see a little gnome cowering underneath the desk that he has set up in there.
Is it a oh wait, that's
This you recognize him as just one of the clerks that works there at town hall. You see where he's taken a bookshelf and knocked it over in front of the door. So he's actually put his own little barricade trying to keep the door to that office closed.
all right. And in regards to the front door of this upstairs hall, how far in is this office?
This is the first one in.
First one in.
So literally within 5-10 feet of going into the hall, the door for the room you're looking into is off to the right.
All right, so I'll just do a quick sweep around and check all the windows.
Okay. So as you go through the next 4 windows you see, it is all very similar. One of the they're all offices. One of them is actually completely empty, and the other 2 each of them have like 2 or 3 people kind of cowering inside, having shoved desks and chairs and stuff up against the doors.
I want to knock on the window.
Okay.
Can they clearly see me? See who I am?
Just in the window.
So
Hi.
let's see how they react to that. Okay, so as you knock on the window, you see them all, you see a group of them, a couple guys and one lady, turn around, look at you, grab something and just throw it at the window. And it just hits the window and drops down. It doesn't actually break the window, but and then they kind of stop for a second, like,
Hey, hello. Listen, come here.
so they come over, one of them comes over, opens the window up for you.
Can it cover this?
What?
Cover the window. If I can see you,
Cover with what? I don't have a blanket or curtains or anything.
find something. It's better than just being basically out in the open.
Okay, we'll find something.
Great.
Sure. And you see them all start looking around for something that they can put over the window. Take your shirts off.
It doesn't have to be. It has to be something over the window, and I guess I do that for the.
Okay, you let the rest of them know.
Yeah.
Okay, they all start going through different things. You see some of them pulling out like towels or
Whatever you can. Cover.
yeah, whatever they can find. They're trying to. You see the little gnome try to take his desk and lift it up to try to put it up against the window, but he just can't lift it.
Yep. Why would you? All right. I'm not going to entertain that.
Okay, Echo. As you're coming around the south side, you see a very similar thing. Windows going all along the side of City Hall. What are you going to do?
Are any of them open?
None of them are open.
Are any of them openable?
Maybe. There's only one way to find out.
So are they all like any of them have blinds down, or are they like you can peer through what's going on?
So the first one actually does seem to have some blinds or some curtains.
Okay.
The second, third, and fourth windows, however, do not have any curtains.
Okay, I'm gonna peer through. What do I see inside?
So you actually see something very similar on this side as well, where you see people cowering in these rooms. Some of them have actually kind of put stuff up against the window as well, but you can still kind of see through a little bit.
Okay.
And it looks like most of them are trying to bar the doors so that nobody can get into these rooms.
I'm tempted to like get them out. I'm gonna knock on the door and see if I can get anyone's attention.
On the window?
Yeah. Sorry, not the door, the window. Yeah.
Okay, let's see how they. Oh, okay. They actually don't react nearly as bad to you. So You do that. The couple of them look over. They see you, recognizing you as one of the new heroes of New Cyre. They come over, open the window. You here to save us?
Yeah, what's going on? I'm just gonna get more context. What's going on? What's going on?
Those cloak guys. They're inside.
Inside the city hall?
Yes.
All right. Is there any exit apart from what you've barred down?
The window right here.
Okay.
But they're all in the city too.
I know they're in the city, but if they're in the building, we want to get you out of the building, right? Or do you want to stay there?
Where would we go?
Where's the safest place for you to go?
Doesn't feel like anywhere right now.
Do you feel safe inside?
Nobody's come in here after us yet, except you.
Okay, in that case, do you want to stay there until we figure things out?
Yeah. Just figure something out, please, quick.
Okay. In that case, bar down these windows, okay, so no one else can get in.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
All right.
And they
Be
close the
careful.
window. You too.
Be careful.
Okay, what else do you want to do?
Adorable.
Well, so if there's no one inside, apart from that, is that what they told me? Essentially, there's none of the cultist people are not in the
So
building either.
Yeah, so you basically get to just that there's some of the cultists came into the building, kind of ignored everybody in the offices, so everybody just kind of barred their doors and they're being left alone.
We don't know what happened to the prince, right? Okay, I'm gonna knock. I'm not smart. Wait. Come back.
They go. What?
I'm sorry. What happened to the prince? Is he okay?
I don't know.
At any point, would I already make my round around my side of the building and came and saw Echo just knocking on windows?
Well, no. So she's doing this at the same time you were doing it on the other side.
All right.
Sir, how dare you?
I thought I was moving faster.
This is multitasking.
No. You're basically almost doing this in tandem with each other on either side of
I
this.
don't know what happened to the prince.
Tell you what. Echo.
Mm-hmm.
Odd or even?
Oh no. Even.
As you're standing there and they close the window, a firebolt comes flying right by and smacks the wall next to you
From outside?
from outside.
Okay.
You turn around and look and you see one of these cloaked figures rushing towards you.
Hey. Hi. Oh gosh.
He,
They like cover.
you see him raise a short sword as he's coming in to attack you.
Can I just punch him in the gut?
Give me an attack roll?
No. Strike. That's a 1 + 4 is 5.
So you go to punch him and you hit your elbow on the wall behind
Oh,
you.
my funny bone.
And then he comes in with 2 attacks on you.
Please miss.
All right, the first one is going to be a 13 to hit.
Misses.
Second one is a natural 20. So that's going to be, sorry, I can't add, 8 points of piercing damage as he
Okay.
hits you with his short sword.
Oh man.
What do you do?
I will take my glaive and swing it at him.
Give me an attack roll. Come on, Echo, you got this.
15.
15 hits.
Oh god.
Woo.
It's stressful.
Yeah. I am like crushing my notebook right now. I'm
Oh
so
my God.
stressed.
7 damage. 7 damage.
7 damage. So you come across, go ahead, describe what you do with this glaive.
Oh,
This
is
guy-
he? Is it gonna?
Yeah.
Oh, can I? Okay, but like, will it leave him enough energy to talk? Because I kind of want to.
So you tell me. You describe it.
Okay. So I'm gonna sweep at his legs.
Okay.
Go for his legs so he falls to the ground. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna step on his chest and be like, "Who are you?"
Okay. So you do that. You cut a nice large gash in his leg, and he just collapses to the ground, barely conscious as you step on him. You just see him kind of look at you, squint his eyes. A cult of Mordain will see you die. And then you see his eyes roll into the back of his head.
Hey, can I search him?
Give me an investigation.
Yeah. Okay. 16.
16. So really quickly, you go down and you search him. You find a short sword. He's wearing some studded leather armor. He's got that black cloak. And you do notice that he has another one of those tattooed dragon marks on his arm. And you also find 5 gold pieces on him.
But there's like no name card or
Nope.
ID or like membership for the cult.
No, at this point, Taryn, you're coming around the backside of the building. You look over and you see Echo just rummaging through this dead cultist.
You want his cloak? Maybe you can like put it up and like blend in.
I don't think I have the art to match.
You're so picky. And
Okay.
there's a short sword if you want it.
But I gave away mine already. Thanks though.
Okay, going back to
also, what I
oh.
didn't tell him, I was like, they're from the cult of Mordain. I don't know if we already knew that, but
We did.
okay. Just confirming.
All right, let's go. Let's go meet up with the others.
Okay. So you come around, and who was staying back at that one house waiting for? Was it you, House Eris?
Upstairs and
Yep.
Row, I think.
Okay,
Let him go by himself.
so Steele ran off by himself. You two stayed there waiting for the others, right?
You chucked your mace down there. You got nothing.
I got a sword. I took it from one of them. Sorry, wrong accent. They took it from one of them. Have it.
Okay,
Do you-
so as you two are arguing, you see Taryn and Echo come running from the side, and you all see Steele over on the other, out in the open road, heading off towards the east, heading in the direction of the bunkhouse.
Oh, come on, there's no time
Is
to.
everything okay over there?
I run straight past while yelling, "Come on! There's nothing to. There's no time to argue."
I'll tell you on the way.
Why did we wait?
I
Know
don't
what they were
know.
going to do.
Okay, so I'm assuming you all kind of catch up with each other.
Yeah.
You're heading to the mark that you know was near the bunkhouse, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Are you going through the alleyways sneakily, or are you just running?
How tall are the buildings and how close?
Most of them are they're pretty tightly packed together. They're about 2 or 3 stories each building.
Would I be able to get on the roof?
You can. Yeah, go ahead. Give me a acrobatics or athletics.
Here it comes. Right now. Nat 20. It's happening.
Nat 20. Nat 20. We called it. Called it twice. So okay, we're no longer calling Nat 20s because obviously it has the opposite effect. I rolled a 6.
All right, you get about 15 feet up, lose your grip,
Why fall?
and you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall.
Couldn't I just not make it up? I was in too much of a rush.
I think just running to the bunkhouse because it is home turf. So I think we would know which way to come around it.
Yeah.
I learned
Aaron, you need to start saying hardcore parkour, not 20.
I definitely need to start.
Okay, so as you all make your way towards the bunkhouse, you're getting that ever persistent feeling that you're getting closer to a source, to one of these totems. And you kind of sense it coming from a building just next to the bunkhouse.
So close. That's wow. Slept next to this thing.
You all make your way to the building, kick in the front door, and you enter another abandoned house. Only this time, when you look in, you see it goes in about 10 feet, and you see a door. And nothing else is in this room. It's just dust everywhere. This room almost seems like it hasn't been touched in years. I need all of you to go ahead and give me a quick perception check.
Something fishy.
Oh,
Oh my
woof.
gosh. We have to record this in history. I received a 19.
I too received a 19 and I got a 21 overall.
I got a
First time I always get like 10s or 12.
got a
13.
Below.
I have a 19
okay.
plus 0. So
I'm-
19.
Hey.
dust hit me in the face. I was first to break through the door. Dust hit me.
Taryn, what'd you get?
I got a 9.
9. Okay, Halceris?
Hey, I also got a 9. I'm tending to Terran's like back wound. It's like,
Okay.
just crap all over him. Like, oh jeez.
So, Echo and Steel, you both catch a really strong scent of what almost smells like lavender coming from the doorway in front of you.
Investigation to check for traps.
Go ahead, give me an investigation check.
21.
With a 21, so you don't find any traps. However, while you're examining the door looking for traps, you catch kind of at the bottom of the door where there's that small little gap. You kind of are able to see through into the room, and it looks like it's just a fog inside of the room beyond this door.
Quick question.
Yes.
Does the scent of lavender, is it familiar to any of us? Because didn't we smell lavender elsewhere? I feel like that.
We were in the
So
with 2.
That's what I meant.
I think it was
yeah.
you.
either a straight intelligence check, or if you are proficient with alchemy or
I
alchemist
look like
tools, then you can roll
I
with
am
your
now.
with your
Nat 20.
Natural 20.
that's 2 nat 20s.
that just like transfer to all of us.
That's where it went. That's where it went.
It was a delayed arrival.
Yeah.
Okay,
Took its time.
so the two of you kind of recognize this as some sort of poisonous gas that will put whoever breathes it in possibly to sleep.
Stop breathing, everyone.
Ooh. Do you say this out loud?
Yes, yes. Poisonous gas. Poisonous gas.
Wait.
Poisonous gas.
Is it magical or just like scientifical?
Alchemical.
Alchemical.
It's alchemical. Yeah, your race ain't gonna help you here, bud.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. I was gonna just run in there.
But it is entirely in gas form.
Oh,
we can,
bring it on.
If we could get some air rushing through here, we could probably dissipate it pretty quick.
Are there any windows around?
In the room you're in, no.
On the outside of the building, though, where this room would be.
You'd have to go outside and look.
I go outside and look.
I'll go one way.
Okay, so Halceris goes one way, Taryn goes the other.
Yes.
This keeps happening.
Okay, so you do find on either side of the building, you each find a window, and you look in, and it almost looks like a thick fog.
All right. So I start on one side and I start like on the back at the back of the building.
Okay.
I run forward, and while running forward with my scimitars, I just break the glass as I pass by.
So you're trying to hit it, do almost like a drive-by with your scimitars?
Yes.
Give me an attack roll.
I was just going to stand there and attack it, but I guess that's pretty cool too.
I want to attack it and then it break it and then it rushes towards you know. Attack roll. Let's see. That is yes. 20. That's a 9.
Okay,
so
give me
that's,
damage.
Oh darn. Yeah, scimitars are D6s, right? I always forget.
Yes.
Yes.
D6 slashing.
I remember. 4.
4. Okay, you smack it and you see it crack. Okay, Halceris, you said you're going to attack the other window on the
I'm
other side?
gonna pull up my part of my under shirt
Okay.
pull it up over my face so it's covered, and then I'm gonna stand with my back to it, and just like the sword, I'm just gonna crack into the window.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Give me an attack roll.
Question.
Yes.
With my did I see when I looked underneath? Was able to make out any shapes in the fog?
No. You were just able. You could tell that you were able to see just enough to know that there was some sort of gas in the air.
Can I tell if that? Go ahead.
Oh, you can finish your thing.
Can I tell if the arcane like signal is coming from inside?
So
the
you
room?
get the strong feeling it's coming from inside this room. Yeah.
Do I know approximately? Can I pinpoint approximately where?
Maybe about 20 feet in.
Like directly in front of the door?
It seems like it might be in the center of the room on the other side of this.
Okay. As they're doing that,
Okay.
Wish me luck, and I'm going to hold my breath.
Okay.
I'm going to open the door, and I'm going to run 20 feet in and 20 feet out and try to grab it.
Okay. So, Halceris, what did you get on your attack on the window?
14 to hit.
14's gonna hit. Give me damage.
2 damage. Wow, I'm
Okay.
not very good with this sword.
So you hit it and it cracks a little bit.
These are good windows. I never understood this.
It's
I
an
underestimate
abandoned
these people.
Building, like.
Okay, so Steel, you go rushing in, holding your breath, and you can't see a thing. Go ahead and give me an attack roll at disadvantage to try to grab this or scoop this thing up.
2 20s, 2 natural 20s.
You take a picture of that. Take a picture of it.
Yeah, you got to put a picture of that on Twitter.
Oh boy.
Okay, yeah, no, you go in, you scoop it up, and you come rushing out of the room with it.
Oh no, hold on, I gotta.
It's alright. Put it on.
Yeah.
Put it on
Just put it on
Twitter.
Twitter.
Put it on.
I mean,
Put it
that's
on Twitter.
Oh man.
with disadvantage, rolling 2 20s.
Absolutely epic.
400.
But I have to share here. There we go. I've got a picture. It's going on Twitter.
Okay,
Yay.
so, yep, so you come rushing out of the room with this totem that looks exactly like the last one you grabbed.
I'm gonna keep running until I get out the door and into the side street,
Okay,
and I'm good. Then I'm gonna disable it.
This house, Sarah and I just see like a shadow run into the room.
Running, carrying a football.
no,
Running.
no,
Yeah, no,
You-
it's.
you all
I'm still
don't
trying
see
to
that.
break
You
it.
just see air movement. There's just wisps around me.
So,
And Rose
Taryn,
I'm just here like, where did everyone go?
If anyone had papers, it would like fly out of our hands.
yeah. So, Rowan, Echo, what are you doing?
Go, go, he's got it.
You
Let's
just-
go.
Do we follow him or do we want to give it?
Follow. I don't know. Follow. I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna follow.
I just as soon as I'm out the door, like somewhat safe, I'm getting down on hands and knees with my tinkering tools just to take it apart.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't know that you've stopped, so we come like running out of the room and like getting.
I'm like yelling in front of me without seeing you down here. Like, do you need help? Oh, okay.
so
I don't think you need help.
Taryn and Halceris, you hear them say that as they come out the door. Do you wish to keep trying to smash the windows, or are you just gonna?
Yeah, I'll come around and see that it's out and be like,
I just
Okay.
I'll walk for like I hear yelling. So it's like,
Yep.
what's going on over here?
Okay. So
I'm
Steel,
going to. Oh, real
I'll say,
quick,
Steel,
though, I
go
think.
give me a tinker check. While
Can
he's
I
doing that.
assist?
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, I would like. Yeah, I'd see him have it, and I'd be like, okay, what do we got?
16.
16. You're able to disable this one as well. And so now, as this one dissipates, you actually feel like you're just on the edge of one of these zones. Like it seems very weak to you where you're currently at.
I stand a few feet away, and then out of my hand, I try to cast a cantrip. Does it work at all?
It does.
Really?
Yes.
Can I keep it going and then like take a few steps forward, and then like does it shut off? Or...
As soon as you feel that familiar sensation, it goes out.
Oh my god, yeah, okay, perfect. I'm going to then all of a sudden seeing that I'm going to grab Echo and I'm going to grab Ro. I'm going to pull them out to the free zone.
Okay.
And we're going to get some healing up on this beach. Okay, so it is I'm burning second levels because this has got to get going. So cure wounds for first we'll go for Echo. That is 14 healing. To Echo, and then Ro also second level. You're pretty hurt, right, Ro?
Yeah. I'm not bloodied, but I'm not looking good.
There's no time to be brave. We're gonna get everybody okay. Just 10 points of healing to Ro.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Thank
All right.
you.
So you heal them up real quick. What are you all doing now?
We have our heading, yes?
Which direction are you heading?
I'm going to sprint west and go for the Builders Guild.
Okay. So you head towards the Builders Guild. So are you sprinting down the road or are you sprinting? Yep.
Sprinting down the road.
What are the rest of you doing?
Should we follow or should we split up and cover more ground?
Let us split now that we have a little bit of extra healing. So, I will head north towards the other one we know.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you three are heading north. Taryn, what about you?
I'll follow Steel.
Okay. So Taryn and Steele are heading off west towards the Builders Guild. The other three are heading north towards, I'm guessing, the other totem, right? Okay, so Steele and Taryn, as you run down, you see in front of you two of these cloaked cultists kind of walking up the road towards City Hall. And they both look up and see the two of you and immediately draw short swords.
Well,
does it still feel like could I try a cantrip and see,
You think you may be able to? So if you want to try.
I shoot at him with my crossbow.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack with your crossbow as the bolt of light shines back on it again.
22.
22 is gonna hit him. Give me damage.
Seeing this.
8 points of force damage.
Okay, you see that bolt strike into him and he just gets flung back, sprawled out on the ground. Taryn, what are you doing?
Seeing Steel's crossbow working again, I take out the Viceroy.
Okay.
And I look at it and I say, hey, better now than never. And I take it, I look at it and I say, flutter. And it does it open up? It opens up?
It opens up. You see the manticore barbs shoot out from it. Its string gets nice and taut. You now have your bow, expendable bow.
Ah, beautiful. And a fire arrow at the
an attack roll.
I was going to clarify with that. Being that it is magical, does it gain the +1 to attacks?
No.
Okay.
No.
No +1? No?
No.
That's okay.
Not yet.
All right. Okay. I'll wait.
You'll need to do a few more things to it before.
That
+1.
will be a 14.
14, you just miss him.
So-
Seeing his buddy just get knocked down, he looks up and sees the arrow coming. You see him just kind of dodge out of the way.
Lucky. Oh, missing
I'll take another shot as soon as I'm able to.
So first, he's actually gonna shoot a firebolt at you, Steel, for a 19 to hit.
Hits.
So you're gonna take 9 points of fire damage.
a lot of fire damage in this campaign.
You have a rock?
Yeah. I mean, I did give you all a rock. Yes.
Can I shoot him back now?
Now you can. Yes.
Yes. Natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
Give me damage.
Oh.
Joke.
I gotta rub the dice.
So are we at 4 nat 20s for you?
Uh-huh.
I got one of them. He got 3.
No.
So you
both
got 2
one.
while you got one when you got one as well.
We
Then
both
you
got
got-
one in that
and then you
natural.
got
Yeah.
when you,
more.
yeah.
And you got 2 and this is your 4th one. That's insane.
Yes,
Yes, this is my 4th one.
What's the damage?
Yes.
I'm so nervous that we're using them all up.
I know. I was like, you're siphoning the nat 20 energy, but it's okay. Have at it.
13 points.
Yeah. This guy also gets splayed out on the ground right
And I
next to his
continue
buddy.
to sprint to my dog.
Okay.
I stand for a minute, just all right, and I follow Steel.
Okay. All right. You all continue heading off towards the Builders Guild. Halceris, Ro, and Echo, you all make your way up towards the other marked building. You find another abandoned house as you go in to where you believe this relic to be. And you find yourself in a room that is 20 by 20 feet. And you look up, and suspended 30 feet above the ground by a rope, you see one of these totems hanging.
Do I see anything else really quick? Just looking around. If this is booby trapped in some way.
Give me an investigation check.
Can I assist?
Idea. I
Yep,
have an
you can
idea. I have an idea.
What?
What if I throw my boomerang at the rope?
God, well, wait, let's see if there's a trap and then yes.
Okay.
So the first one is that. The second one is 16 investigation.
So you do not see what looks like to be any traps around here.
All right.
I mean, go for it.
How about
Okay,
it?
someone be ready to catch it when it
Oh,
falls.
it doesn't matter. It can break.
But what if it like, you know,
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
you need to be
We'll be
gentle.
prepared.
Okay, go ahead. Give me an attack roll with your boomerang.
It's 1.
The doomerang.
The doomerang.
21?
21. You hit the rope. What kind of damage does your boomerang do?
does force
Bludgeoning
damage.
damage.
So you see the boomerang go, it hits the rope, and the totem starts swinging.
Wait,
and the
wait,
boom-
Steel,
the
what did you
boomerang-
say?
Drop.
Sorry?
Maybe Hold on. I have to look up rules. 1 second.
21 doesn't do it? Doesn't
So you hit it.
But like I wanted it to like
But it didn't
do
cut.
enough damage to cut the I know it's not gonna cut the rope, but like
It-
weaken the
you-
rope enough to like
You got it swinging.
Can I chuck a hand axe at it? I think I have one of those.
Sure.
Let me make sure that I have one of those. I do. All right, chucking.
Chuck.
Check.
Oh. So I have to side note Echoes. First off, what was your damage? Because
Oh, I didn't even do damage.
No.
because it now so
It was a 4.
+1. Plus
Well, no,
an additional-
we're in an anti-magic zone.
Yeah, you're in the anti-magic zone. Your
Oh,
infusion
you
does
are.
not work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were still in the.
So-
You guys
You
are
guys
south.
are. You and Taryn right now are.
My
They're
bad.
not, because they're actually within the center of one of these zones.
Yeah,
I
gotcha.
thought the bludgeoning would be enough. But okay.
I got a 9.
So you got a 9. Give me damage real quick.
Oh, come on. Don't make me hurt someone.
No.
All right, let me give you damage.
It's just gonna be thrown
on.
stuck in the wall.
It's like I don't even know where to. Okay. That's 6 damage.
So
Pretty good stuff.
you throw the hand axe towards the rope. You see it go right by the rope and stick right into the wall,
Alright.
about 35 feet up off the ground.
Is
Can
the
someone
is
give
the
me a lift? Maybe I can like
Yeah, two questions. So it's 20-foot room suspended above how high?
30 feet.
So 30 feet.
30
The
feet.
totem is hanging about 30 feet off the floor.
And it's clearly visible, the totem?
Yes.
Bro, don't you have a crossbow?
Oh, yeah.
Shoot it.
Oh my god.
What are you attempting to shoot? Are you trying to shoot the rope or are you trying to shoot the totem?
The rope.
Okay, give me
I
an
mean,
attack
just
roll.
shoot the totem. Screw the thing.
Well, we don't know that a crossbow.
Okay, what if
That's true.
we like get
That's
towards
true.
a door and shoot it?
That's a 12. 13.
Give me-
12.
Give me damage.
You're
It
gonna
hits
make
the
me
hand
lose
axe.
again. I don't want to lose anything
Bounce
now.
it off the hand axe.
That's a 7.
So you shoot the crossbow bolt, and as it's kind of swinging back and forth, you see the bolt just go straight through the rope, and the totem starts to fall.
Catch it, catch it, catch it.
Give me. A
Are we catching
dexterity-
it? Or is it falling?
Are you catching it, Echo?
Yeah, I'm planning to catch it.
Dexterity saving throw.
What? Saving throw.
You got it. You got it right now.
Got it.
Natural 20.
There it is.
What?
Yeah.
23.
Love it.
You
Give
catch
us
it.
anti-magic fields, we will respond with natural 20s.
So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna like run and do a somersault and like catch it.
Okay.
Does a flip, catches it midair,
Yep.
sticks it on.
And then you stick a landing with it held aloft.
Did anyone see that?
happened?
Yeah, that was great.
I run up, excellent job, and I run up
Oh my
to her, and then I've seen Steele do this 3 times now, so
Right.
I have an idea of what it is that I need to get done on this.
Okay. So for you, it's going to be because you're not proficient with Tinker's tools, and you don't have Tinker's tools on you.
Mhm.
So straight intelligence. At disadvantage.
Yeah, okay. If worst comes to worst, we're just gonna break this thing.
Throw it at a wall.
And that's
Worst comes to
probably more
worst, he
likely
does.
what you're going to do anyway, but
Yeah, probably. That's a 5 intelligence.
Yep. No, you're not having the right tools, and you're not a tinkerer.
Bring it
All
with
right.
you.
Yeah, I have my short sword. Let's just. Do you guys want to step out a little bit, or we're just going to have to break this?
All right, should we just hit it together?
Go.
Do it together.
1, 2, 3.
And you smash it to bits.
add that Horcrux.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
And as you smash down on it, you feel the field go away.
Do I feel in the area of a field still? Do I
Just
still
on the
feel effects?
outskirts again.
Just
On the outskirts.
So I have
Hey,
some-
Holseris, before we leave the no magic place, you got anything to get my hand axe back?
I guess I'll try.
It's not really
Can
it's
we
not a priority.
climb
Let's
and
just
get
go.
it back?
We can maybe get it back later.
Yeah, that's fine. I was
Okay.
wondering. Okay.
Just remember where the spot is and come back.
Yeah, no worry. We have to go get my mace as well. It's still under a rock.
Okay. So what are you all doing now?
Heading to another one, I suppose.
Okay, y'all, which one are you going to head to? The one out in the middle of the residential area or the one next to the words messaging?
Where
Words
were we
messaging.
just-
Words
now?
messaging.
Okay, you're in the northeastern side of the city.
Yeah. So if we just kind of come around.
Okay,
Okay, we'll go to the words messaging. Number 8.
okay. As you're heading there, Steele and Taryn, you all arrive back at the bunkhouse.
Or,
Or not the, I'm sorry, not the bunkhouse, the Builders Guild.
we
That's
went the wrong
fine,
way.
We got turned around.
No,
No.
So you arrive back at the Builders Guild. You go inside, and you still see the body of Biscuit laying there on the table where you had left him. You also see a large crowd of civilians.
Hey. How's it?
All huddled around.
Everybody, head out back, but stay away from the furnace. And I'm gonna grab just a random tool off the shelf. No, I've got a hammer in my hand. Fine. I'm gonna cast frostbite on my hammer.
Okay.
Does it work?
Yes.
I kneel down in front of my dog and I cast. I expend my first level spell slot to
Okay.
bring him back to life at full HP.
All right. Biscuit You hear the
Well,
whirling.
how much time has passed?
About 50 minutes. You're
Woo!
just within the wire.
Dangerous game we're playing.
Yes, yes,
Living
it
on the
is.
edge.
So Biscuit, you hear the gears and stuff starting to turn, whirl, and Biscuit's head pops up. You see the mechanical tail start wagging.
And let me see.
What are y'all gonna do next?
Well,
Um,
if it's up and running,
yeah.
other one.
Let me see if I can figure out where we need to go. Can I tell approximately which direction I'm feeling the nearest one of these fields would be?
Give me an Arcana check.
Can I give him advantage since
Yep.
I'm also spell
Don't.
test?
I mean, you don't have to.
Is it another nat
No.
20?
Did you? Did you get? Wow. We are
Okay.
gonna
You're
die next-
joking.
I'm not.
I
I'm
need
not
somebody
kidding
to
at
go
all.
and check those dice, make sure they're
We are
not loaded.
gonna die.
These are the
next-
same dice I've used this whole time. They have not been nice to me.
Apologize.
Okay,
We're
so-
all the luck.
The one that you can tell is closest to you. I mean, they're both around the same distance from you, but there's the one that's out in the residential area is just a little bit closer from what you can tell.
Yeah, we're gonna head there.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right. So the two of you head to that one.
I just posted my 5th natural 20 of the night on Twitter. Thank you.
Dude, that is. We're gonna
So-
die next session. Is gonna come back full. Oh my god.
Yep.
All of our
I-
luck. is
So as you all
I'll
approach,
start the bidding on these dice. No,
gone.
so you all approach the two remaining marks on the map where you think these totems may be. And as you each group approaches the doorway to go into the buildings that these totems seem to be emanating from, we're going to go ahead and take a short break here. And then we will come back and see what challenges lie ahead for the Fallen Star Company. So, a little bit of a change from kind of the way we've done things in the past. There were a little bit of some skill challenges at you. Some of you forget that you have ranged weapons and, just, I don't know if it's the anti-magic stuff that's throwing you off or, I mean, you're a fighter, so you shouldn't have to worry about the magic, but
Okay, you know what?
I like how you weren't naming names and then
I have a very average intelligence. You can
But-
only get so much out of me.
Yeah, you figured it out. You got it. You made the shot. You took it down. I mean,
All right.
so so we're gonna go ahead and take about 5 minutes here, real quick. We're gonna get some water, stretch our legs and stuff. Before we take off, though, we do actually have a few announcements for you, and I think somebody's got a question for you too. No,
Not
no
a
question today.
It's not a
Okay.
question. I'll
Oh, okay.
allow me to. Friends, players, audience, lend me your ears. I come to announce of the Games Tavern Patreon and to praise it. The Games Tavern Patreon is currently working on some brand new content that will be dropping in the very near future. For the Games Tavern Patreon is the best way to support the cast and crew, all such honorable people. And so here I am to speak of what I do know. The latest updates include early access to the interviews from the Games Tavern Happy Hour, miniatures paint plans from That Mini's Paint Show, and battle maps and plugin encounters in your games. My heart is in the content there with www.patreon.com/thegamestavern, and I must pause till it come back to me.
I can't slow clap enough. It was beautiful.
Just lovely.
Oh, wonderful. Remember also, when you cheer 500 bits, we will award random inspiration to a player character. If you cheer 1,000 bits, then you can choose which character gets that inspiration.
And yeah, how do we even follow such performance? But I'll try. You can win an epic character generator from Overhead Games by simply typing in !epic into the chat right now. And we'll be back in just a few short minutes.
show you.
When I was born, they said that I would have the rage of 1,000 storms within me.
It's all right. I didn't like that brother very much anyway.
Just cannot get any worse than this, right?
Have you noticed? It never really gets light enough here. Sometimes the shadows are going the wrong way.
There's a loud psst sound as steam rushes from the vat, and the door slowly swings open. This vile ooze just pouring out as you can see this elongated human figure slowly extend and reach out. His motionless eyes just now fixated on the group.
Okay, what the hell?
I'm done with this place. I need to go home.
I can't go home, but I also I don't want to stay here. 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 I don't want to stay here.
Hi, Phil. Would you like to turn your mic on?
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Wow. Yes. Okay. There we go. Let's try. You know, it helps when you press the button again. So welcome back, everybody. We all got a chance to get our water, stretch our legs a little bit, grab a quick snack. Now we're about ready to get back into these little puzzles and stuff that I'm leaving around the city for them. So previously, before we went on break, they have managed to take out 4 out of these 6 totems that are causing anti-magic fields to be within this area, within New Cyre, as the attack has commenced. Right now, the party has split. We currently have Steel and Tavern approaching one of the remaining totems, while Halceris, Echo, and Ro are approaching the other.
Quick correction.
Yes.
There is Steel, Tavern, and Biscuit.
Yes, sir. Biscuit's back.
This is correct.
Correct. I apologize.
Best
yes.
boy.
Biscuit,
Best
boy is back.
Best boy's back.
Yes.
That's
So-
boy.
Steel's demeanor is completely different from the rest, for the rest of the day.
Yep. So, who would like to go first?
Me.
Okay. Steel, Tavern, and Biscuit.
And
Yep.
Biscuit.
You enter another abandoned home. As you go in, though, you see sitting in the middle of this room where the anti-magic energy is radiating from a large chest. Looks like it's made out of a heavy wood, banded with iron. And on the front of this chest, you see 6 locks. What
Okay.
would you like to do?
Pretty scarred from the last locks we encountered. But
What do I see in the room besides the chest? Anything?
Nothing. So you're kind of gathering at this point that these homes were just kind of there and were abandoned just to place these totems within, so nobody
Correct.
would
I'm
mess
just
with
looking
them.
to see if
Yep.
there is a like a place where somebody hid keys.
Okay, give me an investigation.
I'll help out with that.
Okay.
Cool.
Number 6.
So does my dog. My hot dog's gonna help me investigate. All right. Good. Okay. I'm glad for the help because that is a natural 1 and.
The break did it. Good. The break broke the curse.
Well, no. Then let's see. What's the 22?
22. You do not find any keys around.
Okay.
Yes, we
I
do it the old-fashioned way, huh?
yeah. I think we will. You want to take 3? I'll take 3.
Of course.
So, as you both get down to look at these locks, you notice that there is a symbol kind of around and just above each of these locks. Going from left to right, the first one looks like a depiction of a flayed dragon. The second one looks like it, from what you can tell, maybe some sort of dragon turtle. The third one, you see 4 crossed bones, which each of these bones have almost looks like runes are carved into them. The fourth one looks like it is an obsidian tower. The fifth one, you see what looks like a dragon. However, you see skin and flesh just hanging off of it. And the last one, you see what looks like a winged worm, almost like a wyvern. However, it has the head and arms of a woman.
Guys are into some weird stuff, aren't they?
What was the third one?
The third one, you see 4 crossed bones that look like they have runes on them. So each of you go ahead and give me a religion check.
I have a feeling what they are, but I don't think Taryn might not know. Religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Maybe we
20,
should switch it
dirty
ourselves.
20.
As soon as there it is. Boop. I got a 17.
Okay, so you both recognize these as the holy symbols for the Dark Six, the evil gods of Eberron.
Which one's Mordain?
Right. And if I remember correctly, don't they have like attributes to them? Each one kind of has a speciality.
Well, so you do know that the flayed dragon is the symbol of the mockery. The dragon turtle is the symbol of the devourer. The crossed bones is the symbol of the traveler. The obsidian tower is the symbol of the shadow.
My kind of guy.
The Dracolich is the symbol of the keeper. And the winged worm is the symbol of the fury. That's all you can recall.
Did you say the last one, the winged what?
The winged worm.
Is that
So-
W-O-R or W-Y-R?
W-Y-R-M. Yep.
Is the symbol of who?
The
That is
Fury.
the symbol of the fury.
Ugh. So
What do you wish to do?
Will we know if like they have like any hierarchy within them? Like who's
So as far as you are aware, there is no hierarchy amongst them. They are all considered equal.
all right? Well, Osiris, you take the first 3. I'll take the last.
talking to me.
What did I say?
You said Halceris.
Steel.
You meant steel.
Uh-huh.
Steel. You wanna
Yeah.
take the first 3 and I take the last?
Sure.
Okay. So Steel, which one are you trying to pick first?
Blade.
Okay. And Taryn, you're trying to pick at the same time?
Yeah, this one.
Yep.
Give me a second. Let's try one and see what happens.
All right.
Okay. So you're attempting to pick the flayed. Go ahead, give me a lock picking check.
Oh no.
Okay. As you start to fiddle with it,
I got a 1, just to put it out there.
you start to fiddle with that lock. You see the symbol kind of flash real quick, and you each take 2 points of psychic damage as you just feel this force slam into your head.
Oh, it's not good. Well,
I'm gonna try that again. I can. Okay.
Okay.
One more try. $22.
So the 22, this time as you're working a lot, you feel the lock give, and you feel like you unlocked this one. However, that same glow comes, and you each take another 2 points of psychic damage. As that washes over you, you hear the lock that you just unlocked relock itself.
Yeah. Yeah, so we probably need to know what order they're in.
So
Can I Can I do any other, like, is there any other checks I can make to try to find out? Can I take a look around the room and see if there's any, like, if there's anything written or any imagery on any of the walls or any of the surfaces?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation.
Okay.
I'll assist.
Okay.
13.
So the 13, you don't find any kind of imagery or anything like that on the walls or anything that might give something away. Give me an intelligence check real quick though.
Both of us or just?
Yeah, you can both give me.
Flat intelligence?
Yeah.
17.
12.
Okay, so with the 17, you do recall that when you have seen these names in a book, they're usually down in alphabetical order.
All right. Dragon turtles first.
Which is lock number what?
2.
Okay, so who's going to attempt to do lock number 2?
I will.
Okay.
And the pantheon that they're from is the what again?
It's the Dark Six.
The Dark Six, right?
Yep.
The antithesis of the sovereign host.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so first lockpick check is...
that is a 15.
So 15, you're working on lock number 2 and you hear it click. It unlocks and nothing happens.
Good. Okay, so that...
Next up, winged worm.
Winged worm. Okay, which is lock number what?
6.
Lock 6. Okay, who's attempting that one?
I will.
Okay, give me the lockpick check.
So it's a proficiency plus dexterity.
It's sleight of hand.
Oh, sleight of hand?
And if you're not proficient with sleight of hand, then it's plus your proficiency.
Okay. Thieves tools, baby. I guess.
You got it.
I got it.
What do you got?
Yeah. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you work this one and pretty quickly you unlock this one and nothing seems to happen.
Oh, all right. Next up.
What do you got next?
Dead dragon.
The undead dragon, which is lock number what?
5.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me that check.
Let's try it again. 1 second. Oh, that's a 15 this time.
15. You kind of struggle with this one a little bit, but click. You get this one unlocked.
All right.
That's 3 down. 3 more to go. Which one do you do next?
Flay dragon.
Flay dragon. Lock number 1. All right. Who's doing this one?
I got it.
All right.
$21.
21. This one just real quick. You click. You get this one unlocked, and you got 2 left.
Obsidian tower.
The obsidian tower, the shadow. Okay.
Fitting, isn't it?
Yeah. Just don't fail.
19.
19. You can work this one and click. This one goes too.
All right.
1 left to go.
Traveler, last one. Come on.
Gotcha. That would be 16.
16. You kind of struggle with this one a little bit, but you get there and you hear that all too familiar click. And as you pop that last one, you see the top of the chest just pop open.
And
you open it up, and sitting inside this chest, you find another one of the totems.
A tinker. Oh, come on. A 9.
Okay, yeah, you're kind of struggling with this one. For some reason, your head is kind of killing you from those couple surges you got. So it's going to take you a little bit of time for this one, but eventually you're able to do it.
Okay, I was gonna say
Yeah.
if it doesn't go right away, I'm gonna hand it to Biscuit and say, "Here, Biscuit, chomp."
Okay, yeah. So you just after struggling with it for a couple minutes, you're like, no, forget it. Here, Biscuit, and he turns it into a chew toy. Okay, going over to the other group, Halceris, Ro, and Echo. The three of you walk into another abandoned home. This one looks like it might actually have been a little bit more elegant, though. This one actually has some carpet. There's a couch, some chairs, and a table in this one, almost as if somebody may have been living here. And over on the wall, on the far wall from where you walk in, you see 6 paintings that are hung on the wall. What do you wish to do?
What kind of paintings are they?
Or,
Like oil,
Painting.
acrylic. I'm kidding.
actually, I'm sorry, not 6. It was 5 paintings. Sorry.
5.
So you go to the first painting on the wall, and you see in this painting what looks like 5 almost amphibious frog-like looking creatures that are standing on 2 legs, dark gray skin, huge gaping mouth with sharp teeth, clawed hands, and what looks like spiked fins almost going down its back. You see 5 of them gathered around this carcass of some creature you cannot recognize.
Yeah, I remember that missing Jackson Pollock, right?
Yeah,
So that's one painting.
that's one painting.
Okay,
That's
what
the
about-
first painting. The second painting you see looks like it's almost like an underwater scene. You see 2 large, almost squid-like looking creatures kind of intertwining with each other. Each of them have 3 large tentacles coming off of them with one long fin tail. And you see a large gaping mouth at the end and 3 eyes in a line going up the center of the head of these 2 creatures.
That ain't cute.
No, it is kind of rather disturbing.
I know.
So the third painting that you see looks like it might be some sort of underground cavern. And in the middle of the painting, you see a creature, almost looks a bit like a stingray. Dark, leathery back and an ivory underbelly. A nice sharp teeth on the little head with a couple little almost pincer-like appendages around the head. And it's staring at you with red glowing eyes. And as you look at the rest of the painting, you see 5 other sets of eyes, just red glowing eyes staring from the darkness within this cavern. Then the fourth painting you see what looks like 5 creatures standing very tall, looking almost alien-like, elongated heads, a dark purplish skin tone, each of them dressed in what looks like some sort of plate armor and flowing robes. And instead of where a mouth would be, you see 4 tentacles almost look like they're just wavering from this creature's face. And they are surrounding what looks like a brain inside of a pool. Then the last painting you see what looks like 5 almost emaciated looking hobgoblins. You see their rib cage through, stomachs are sunken in, but as you look at them, you see their eye sockets are completely empty. And you see all these little cilia, these little tentacles coming out from its bodies, each of their bodies everywhere, and 2 elongated tentacles coming out their shoulders. And they just look like they're just in a perpetual moment of screeching. Those are the 5 paintings that you see upon this wall.
Are,
What do you
is-
wish to
are
do?
they familiar at all? Like, is this like are these like depictions of stories that we would have heard?
So go ahead and give me either a history or survival.
Okay.
All of us?
Yes.
Well, that's
I'm
that
gonna-
one.
I'm
Use
gonna roll
that
for
control.
survival.
Dirty 20 for house status.
I got 15 on survival.
Okay. Echo, did you say you were going to use? I'm not Echo. Ro, were you going to use another one of your lucky points?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
That is a 15.
So 15.
Survival.
Okay. So for survival, let's see.
Maybe I shouldn't have used it.
And I did history, if that makes any difference.
Okay. So Ro, the fourth painting kind of stands out to you.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the cavern, or no, the tall creatures, the little tentacle. These, you remember reading a book at some point, and you've heard of adventurers who go deep down into the dark caves below the ground of creatures called mind flayers.
Yeah, the brain really gave me that one.
Yeah, and you're pretty sure that's what these creatures are. Echo,
Mm-hmm.
you recognize the one that looks the cavern. You see that almost floating stingray kind of creature. You recognize this as a cloaker, a creature that waits within dark caverns and preys on those who go by and attacks them. Halceris, you recognize those two, as well as from your studies. One thing you do catch is every single one of these creatures is an aberration.
Mm-hmm.
They're all part of the Dalkir, the evil aberrations that live deep down within Eberron. The first group that you recognize, the amphibious frog-like looking creatures, you recognize them as gray slads.
Oh, yikes.
The two squid-like creatures floating within the dark waters, you recognize as aboleths.
This is a menagerie of terror.
You got the cloaker, then you got the mind flayers, but you also do know that mind flayers go by a different name as well. Illithids.
Illithid.
And then the last ones, the emaciated looking hobgoblins, you recognize as Dolgonauts. Or Dolgons. Sorry, Dolgons.
I mean, no matter what you said, I was going to spell it wrong, so.
Sorry, you said the last one is the hobgoblin one?
Yeah, the last, so yeah, they're called Dolgons.
And how many did you say were in that painting of the Dolgons?
So there was 5.
5 of them.
What did you say mind flayers are also known as? Sorry.
Illithid.
Illithids
Illithid.
is another name for them.
So seeing that and what awfulness they are, do I sense the anti-magic field? Can I sense it coming from anywhere?
You sense it coming from right below the center painting.
The cloaker painting?
Yes.
Okay. I am not sure what these are. Bro, would you shoot this painting quickly?
Which one? The creepy one or the creepy one?
I mean,
They're all creepy.
they're all terrible. I believe I will burn this house down when we are done, but the middle one here.
You shoot the bolt, it hits the painting and drops to the floor.
Do you think they can be taken off and maybe we can...
Give me, well, you can try.
The bolt fell to the floor? Like
Yeah.
it didn't stick into the wall or anything?
Nope, it hit the painting and just dropped.
I want to try and yank
Okay.
a painting off.
Which one?
The one with the mind flayers. I don't know if I know them. They're mind
Okay.
flayers.
Yep. So you grab that painting and it comes right off the wall. You see
Okay.
a little hook on the wall where it was hanging from.
Okay, but like anything on the back that I want to inspect it.
Give me an investigation.
Great idea.
A 19.
Wow.
19. So you're looking through it. You don't see anything on the back. However, as you're kind of looking at it, you almost get the sense that the number of creatures on the painting means something.
I knew it. Because as you were describing number by number, but okay.
All right. Seeing her do that, I say, bro, do you wish to give me a hand? And we will look behind the cloaker painting.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you take that one off the wall as well, and right behind it is a plain wall. But as you're there, you get the sense now that the aura for this magic field is actually below you.
Okay.
Like right below you.
Okay. Can I look around? Is there a hatch? Is there a door? You said there was a carpet. I lift up the carpet.
Okay. You lift up the carpet. Give me an investigation.
Okay.
So while he's doing that, I'm just gonna tell bro, I'm like, I wonder if the number of beings in each painting, if there's a specific order and maybe we're supposed to destroy them?
There are 7 for investigation.
So you don't find anything.
It goes.
It looks like a plain wooden floor.
5, 5. There's
5, 2,
1, 5, 5.
but it's one creature and then 5 other sets of eyes. So
Yeah, so there are 6 creatures.
Is that in that one painting?
The cloaker painting has 6 sets of eyes.
6 and then 5.
And the first one, technically, there's also there's a corpse.
creature. So there's 6 creatures there.
And then the 2 squids have 3 eyes on each head.
But that's still 2 creatures.
I know, but there's 6 eyes. And then the mind flayers, we've got 5 of those guys. Real cool of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then 5 of the Dolgons.
And there's an elder brain in the picture of the mind flayers.
Yeah.
So can I assist someone in trying to make a investigation or insight check?
I can try.
You go ahead, give me an insight. Yeah.
I will assist you.
Okay. Okay, wait. That's actually, I lost it behind my thing.
Yep.
Okay, so I rolled 2 9s, so that is a 10.
Woof.
So just going off of what Echo said about the number of creatures, it's something with the creatures themselves and the number of them is something. You can't quite figure out what that is, though.
Number of creatures?
Yep.
I guess start moving them around. I will take
So we'll just take all of them off, right? And then
Okay.
put the cloaker, the 3rd painting, in slot 1.
Okay, so you're putting cloaker in slot 1. Okay.
The large squid in slot 2. Just
Okay.
do numbers.
Putting them back in that. Okay.
And then I guess what would be next? There are 5 of this lad, there are 5 of the mind flayers, and there are 5 of the hobgoblins.
I don't think it's number of we know that's it. It's something about number of creatures, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm. Just put them up. I put up
there's multiple combinations. One doesn't work, we can try another.
Yeah, so I will put in the, let's see, we'll move the mind flayers, then the grace lad, and then the Dolgonauts. Well, actually, that leaves the Dolgonauts in the same spot. We'll put the Dolgonauts in, then the Mind Flayers, then the Gray Slad. So it's reverse order, I guess.
Okay, so you put those all on there and nothing happens.
What did we do? Cloaker, squids?
Cloaker, Squid, Hobgoblins, Mind Flayers, Slab.
Slab.
Each of you give me a quick perception check.
I hate that. I hate it even more because I got a 6.
I got a 7.
Good. God, those dice are mean. That's a 9.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a 4.
We're really just.
Okay. What are you doing?
Maybe we need to switch anything with 5 creatures up.
Sure.
So what did we
Okay.
have?
So go Cloaker, squids, and then go Mind, Slad, Hob. No, that's the actual order, isn't it? So go Slad, Hob, Mind.
Sure.
Could I ascertain if the alphabetical order would assist in this either?
So,
or is it just numbers, do I think?
As you start to think about that, you think something in the back of your head tells you something about the spelling of their names of the creatures.
The spelling.
Yep. Something with how you spell the creatures' names and the number of creatures in the paintings.
Elithid, Dolgaunt.
If you need help with the spelling, I will help you with the spelling.
Aboleth.
This would be a good time for some inspiration, I'm sure, because
we stuck.
Okay, so I do get to actually give out a random inspiration. So, let's see. Who's going to get it? Ro, you are currently inspired. What bit of knowledge would you wish to use that to glean from this?
Help.
So
for help.
Yeah, so, I'm using my inspiration for help. It's an SOS.
So from what you can gather, the number of creatures corresponds with the letter within the name of these creatures. So you have your gray slads, which there are 5 of. You have 2 aboleths. You all have surmised that there are 6 cloakers. There are 5 illithids, and illithid is spelled with 2 L's. And there are 5 dolgaunts, which is Dolgaunt.
Hey, cool. I got it right.
Yeah, I did too.
I
Weird.
did not know there was a T in there.
Okay. So everything with 5 in it has 9 letters in the name. I think.
No, so is what you're gathering is if you take
the number, it responds to the number letter.
Yep.
So we have S, B, C, T, and A.
Spada.
Something doesn't sound right with that, Ro.
That's wrong.
Something doesn't sound right with one of those letters.
I'm very not that smart, people.
I'm so lost.
So think about Think about the number of creatures in each painting.
Oh wait, hold on. I think I found it.
6. 1, 2, 3.
E.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E.
Yep.
E instead of
E.
C.
Okay.
Yep. You got me.
Theta. So SEETA.
Oh, I have SBET. Yeah, SBE.
SBETA. That sounds like the right letters to you, Ro.
Oh, I missed the middle.
Spida.
Betas.
What are you going to do with that knowledge?
Put that in alphabetical order?
I think it is time to spell something. Can I roll an intelligence or history check?
Give me an intelligence. Yep.
For a boggle check.
Beats.
18.
18.
Abbott.
With looking at these paintings, knowing those letters in your head, these are some sort of creatures, almost as if they were beasts in a way.
Beasts. Beast.
I really went with
Not
beat.
betas.
Betas.
I said betas.
I'm just looking over and I'm seeing Taryn and Steele just like, come on, guys, you got this.
Okay, you don't see it when you have those letters in front of you.
Exactly. Yeah,
You
we'll pump
also
the
don't
brakes.
see
You just had
it
to pick
when you're
locks.
in his low.
I was really gonna say Stabe. I was like Stabe.
Okay, so what order are you putting the paintings up in?
That is 2, 3, 1. Wait, sorry, missed the letter.
So Aboleth first.
Aboleth first, okay.
That's 2. And then the last one, the hobgoblins.
Okay. So
And
B-A.
No, BE. So you would need.
Yep, so it's the Aboleth first.
Aboleth
so
first.
No, not Aboleth first. Aboleth second. So, no, first.
Aboleth
So,
to be first because the B's in Aboleth.
yep, Aboleth, then Cloaker, then...
Aboleth Cloaker, okay.
Then the A comes from the Dolgonauts, right?
The Dolgons,
Yes,
okay.
the Dolgons. Then the Slads.
Then the
and
Slads.
Then the Illithids.
Then the Illithid, okay. As you place that last painting up, you all hear a couple clicking noises and a small panel on the floor right below the center painting opens up and you see one of the totems sitting in there.
I stomp on it.
Okay. You stomp on it and you keep stomping on it and you eventually smash it. So now you feel the anti-magic around New Cyre is gone. You feel that you have taken out the last of these totems. Steele and Taryn, you two are still over in your building on the northwest side. Halceris, Echo, and Row, you are north just next to the messaging station. What do you all wish to do?
Lament about how bad I am at puzzles.
Nope. Time for this. I knock them down as I leave the house because I hate them. And we have to make our way to, if I know Steel, they headed to the last barrier. So we should head towards them. And then now it's time to clean house, everybody. And I just
Can
crack
we
my
set
knuckles.
this place on fire?
Not yet. I
Okay,
like where your
okay.
head's at, but I think that might cause more commotion.
Okay,
but yeah.
Taryn's a
onward,
fire
we'll come back.
starter. I mean,
I'm feeling very back in the game, so let's go clean up our streets, and just kick out the door because I feel like a badass right now.
Do you ever notice how many abandoned houses there seem to be in New Cyre?
It really is a problem.
It could be
Rose
offered
just
to
sitting
people
here
who
like-
don't have homes. We should talk to the prince about this while we're walking out. I'm like,
okay. So Steele and Taryn, what are you two doing? You're still muted.
feels muted.
That's fair. I had to mute myself because I was like on my seat's edge that whole time. Okay.
Sorry, we can't all roll nat 20s here. Okay.
Oh, it was exciting. I just didn't want to blurt out answers. Okay. Tyrion, what did you see in town hall?
We saw a few cowering civilians. Prince was nowhere in sight.
This was all a diversion to get to town hall. We got to get there quick.
Let's move.
We head towards town hall.
Okay. Any one of you One of you though, give me a percentile die.
Who?
I say Steel. Steel has the hot dice.
No, Echo. Because you were the only ones like, don't pick me.
Dang it. All right. If it rolls, I don't know why it's not rolling.
I'm basically just trying to see if you all catch each other as you're going.
Oh, I rolled a D100. That's not the same thing, right?
Nope.
Yeah, no, that's the same thing.
Okay,
Yep.
it's an 84.
Okay, with an 84. Yeah, as the three of you are heading towards where you think the other totem was, you all see Steel and Taryn heading off towards City Hall. Like you catch them as a glimpse down another alleyway.
Do we see any more cloaked figures anywhere? As
You
we're
do
running?
not at the moment.
Okay. I will. Yeah. I'll yell to him and stuff. Say, I see you got the last one done.
Yes.
Just hustle up to him.
So you also do notice that you see Biscuit trotting right along. Okay. So you catch up with the other two. Now you are moving again as a group towards City Hall. And you approach the front of the building. What do you all wish to do?
Well, isn't it all barred down? We told them to bar it down.
So you see, as you go by, you see windows are kind of blocked up and stuff. You see the windows that were on the side of the building that you each looked in. You see those are all
Is the
barred.
front door still closed?
The front door is still closed.
Do we think we can push through, or should we try to egress through a window?
I'm gonna try for a window.
All right.
Okay.
Lead on.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the side that I was on previously.
Okay, are you going to go to one of the rooms that was that had people in it, or the empty room?
The room that had people in it.
Okay, so you go into one of those rooms. The window is closed.
I realized it would be closed, so I'm like, really
Yep.
not gonna be
Okay,
like,
so you knock
hey,
on it.
it's me!
You hear some shuffling on the other side of it, and they open up. What's going on? Did you kill them all?
And they're with me, so.
Yeah, he sees all, like, are they all gone?
Are they still inside?
We heard something, but we don't know. We've been stuck in here.
Move over.
Go open the door. Go open the outside door so we can come in.
There's no one following us. It's just
Okay.
us.
So you want me to go into the hallway?
Yes.
Just push out of the way. Let's go.
I jumped through the window. I was like,
Okay, so you two jump through the window.
the side.
They get out of your way.
Yeah, Rose I'm gonna do a little vault through.
Okay. So as you do that, you guys come through and you see the door in front of you that you know is leading out to the hallway. There is just a desk, chairs, bookcase, all of this just blocking the doorway.
Well, this was the gnome, right? Like, how much furniture?
No,
did
no,
they
this
actually
isn't.
get?
No, this isn't. No, this is one of the other ones that had like 3 or 4 people.
I'm gonna ask them like,
Gnome's
have
on the
you-
other side.
Have you
Oh, I
heard
thought Echo
any?
dealt with the gnome.
No, that's true. No. Have you heard any noise in the hallway since we saw you?
We hear some scuffling from time to time. Yeah.
But no voices.
We'll catch up a little later, Echo. Tell him to
No,
move tell him to move the equipment.
Yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
say if there's any danger out there, then maybe we can keep an eye out. But if they don't seem to have heard anything, then maybe we should find.
So they say, if you all going out there, what? And they start pulling chairs away and sliding stuff out of the way. All right. So after a couple minutes, you hear it cleared out, and you open the door. All right. So as you walk out,
Before we do that, I would like to put my hand on Echo's shoulder and cast Cure Wounds.
okay.
Are you still looking pretty bad?
I could look much better.
Yeah. Ooh. 12 points. Max healing right there.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Nice.
I'm glad you got Biscuit back.
Me too. Sorry, it got a little dark there. I just kind of
Okay. We all have those moments.
Okay, so as you open the door, and you just see a bolt of fire go streaking across from where the entrance of City Hall is towards the prince's office and chambers. And then,
So are we like bolting out of the door? Or are we like?
I was
peeking through?
peeking the door. I was gonna open.
Yeah,
it.
I wanted to peek.
yep. So as you peek out and you just see the bolt of fire go.
So I turn around and I say, "Well, looks like we got fire on our hands." And I draw my scimitars and said, "Let's get non-lethal."
Hey,
Do we
Tyrion,
know who
hey,
threw
Tyrion.
the fire?
Hey, Tyrion,
You
get
just
behind
peeked
me
out.
until
You
we
just
get-
saw.
Get behind me until we get to the other side, wherever the firebolt came from. I'm gonna get my shield out and I'm gonna just pop it in front of me. I haven't had the shield on much of late because I've been using that crossbow. So I pop the shield out and I go, just stand behind me, and we're gonna clear this thing by pushing the shield through the hallway.
All right.
Okay. So you're gonna open the door and then go out shield first.
Yes.
Are you gonna turn to your right or to your left? The firebolt came from the right. It came from the right.
I'm gonna go right towards the firebolt.
Okay. So what is the order you all are going out of this door?
I am behind.
Steel.
I'll be
So I'm right behind Tyrion.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's
Okay.
okay.
So
I'll take the end, and then while we're leaving, I'll just tell everyone to
Board it back up.
board it back up.
Okay.
Sure.
Reaching.
All right. So we got Steel, Terran, Ro, Halceris, the Neko.
Sounds good.
Okay. So
And and Biscuit is gonna be in the middle of everybody.
okay.
So while we're leaving, I'll just be like, everyone stay here, board the room back up, and if once you hear, I'll do a special knock, then
Okay.
we'll let you know the coast is clear.
Okay. And then do you see him get ready to slam the door shut behind you?
They're so eager to get us out of there.
Okay, so you all charge into this hallway. Steel, the first one through, you see an arrow shoot right by your head from the left side. So which direction are you going to look first, the right or the left?
Well, I'm holding my shield in the direction that I know that a firebolt came from.
Okay.
And is that the firebolt is the direction of the entrance, right?
Yes.
And the arrow came from the prince's chambers.
Yes.
I'm gonna call back. Hey, if that's the prince's guards, you need to not shoot at us.
Well, so you did notice that it wasn't being shot at you. It was being shot
went in the way.
down the hallway. You just, as you came out, it just went whizzing right by.
It's more like a, hey, friendly fire!
Yeah.
Don't do it! And then I'm gonna make a quick check behind me to see if I can see who it was.
Okay, so as you kind of glance over to the left real quick, you see Deadeye kind of hanging out behind a pillar, popping out and just shooting arrows down the hallway.
And I'm just gonna give him a look and be like,
All right, Deadeye, I think we've got this.
He doesn't seem to be paying attention to you at the moment.
That's fine. That's fine. I just don't want to get shot in the butt. That's really the big issue right now.
Well, if anything, Echo will.
So as you kind of make that gesture towards Deadeye, a bolt of fire comes and smacks off your shield.
All right.
How far away are they?
So have you all made it out yet?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so y'all get in the hallway. You look to the right, you're about 40 feet away from what looks like 4 more of these cloaked figures. However, looking down the hallway, you also see what looks like maybe a dozen of these figures dead, laying on the ground with 3, 4, 5 arrows just protruding from all parts of their body.
I look down at Deadeye and say, yeah, I always knew I like that. That Warforged.
And he just spins around the corner again, shoots another bolt or another arrow down.
I want to try something weird real quick. Is that okay?
Sure.
So I'm gonna put the shield out in front, just at eye level, and I'm gonna bring my crossbow up on top of it, and so I'm not really I'm holding it with the shield and just bracing it on my leg, and I want to try to just very slowly inch forward while shooting.
Yeah, and I'd like to kind of peek out the side and.
Okay.
Should we roll initiative at some point, or are we just gonna?
So, this is what we're gonna do.
Can we make like a tank out of a phalanx system? We just have bow and arrows out of every.
Yep, definitely.
You know what? We're gonna forgo the initiative, and we're just gonna go back and forth on this one. Okay, so we will go ahead. Steel, seeing how you are in front, you will get the first shot. So you're gonna make your attack roll with disadvantage though, because this is kind of an odd way of shooting a crossbow.
I'm down for it. I just want to do it.
I love the idea. I love the concept. It's awesome.
That's a natural one.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. You.
Seems accurate.
Hey, you're trying to get the right balance between your shield and the crossbow.
Cover fire.
Let's see. Directly behind you was Tavern. So Tavern, what are you doing?
Seeing that this is a ranged battle, I'm gonna fire an arrow after these four.
Okay.
Four guys.
Anti-magic field is gone.
Yeah, of course. And I look back at Ro, and I turn. I'm like, of course, I know it's gone.
Just making sure.
Viceroy Flutter. That's like, come on,
Flutter. Flutter Viceroy.
What are you telling me?
Yep. Okay.
Knock the arrow, and my druidic focus glows a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast as a bonus action, casting Hill of Thorns.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fire into this group of 4 people. Hopefully, I could get all of them. Are they all of them in a fight?
So if you can hit, they will probably all be hit by the Hill of Thorns. Yes.
Wonderful. I love to hear it. Yes. All right. Let's. All right. I miss. That's an 11.
With an 11. Yep. No. So you see the arrow go and hits the door, which now you can see there's a large piece of wood just kind of barring the door from this side.
I'm still getting used to this, the mechanics of this.
Okay, so
I'll hit him next time.
So behind Taryn, we had Ro.
So whatever side Taryn leaned out of, I'm gonna lean on the other side.
Okay.
And fire my crossbow.
All right.
That is not going to hit.
What you got?
Which is fine. So that is a 10.
Yeah, no.
Don't hit. And since this is a ranged weapon, I'm assuming I can't use my. Oh, you know what? Action surge.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Action surge. I'm gonna do it again.
Surge.
Come on, baby. That is a 22.
22 is gonna hit.
There
you go. Use that action surge.
I'm a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 9 damage.
9 damage. So you shoot your crossbow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You strike one of them right in the throat, and he just drops.
So I have a question.
42.
And that's how you know everyone's a nerd.
Yeah.
So with Commander Strike, does it have to be like, if I want to give them an attack, does it have to be a melee attack, or can it be a ranged attack?
Let me take a look real quick here.
Because it just says can use its reaction to make one weapon attack.
Commander, when you take the attack action on your turn, you can forego one of your attacks and use a bonus action to direct somebody. So you would have to forego one of your attacks.
Because I can't do 2-weapon with a crossbow.
Right. So you can't take two. You don't have 2 attack actions. You took 1 attack action. You would have to be able to. So when you hit
Understood.
level 5 and you get 2 attacks, you have to forego one of them so somebody else can do it.
Makes sense. All right, cool. Good thought. Over.
Okay. Behind you was House Saris.
Okay. Do these people seem injured at all? Have they
Oh, yeah.
taken hits?
No, they
Perfect.
all have arrow. Like they look like pin cushions right now.
Perfect. I'm going to. Deadeye is next to me, right?
No, he's behind you.
Oh, he's back. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
could get next to him. So I'm going to
Yeah.
run next to him and say, "Good shooting." I'm going to smack him on the back, and with that reverberation, I'm going to cast Toll the Dead at one of these guys.
I thought at first I thought you were gonna smack him on his robot.
I really thought he's gonna.
Oh, yeah,
somewhere
that's
That's
else.
not the right. That's not the right
game.
tone. It would have been too. It's
That-
Buns of Steel.
That would have been the brown note. Yeah.
But yeah, so Toll the Dead. So that is a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. No, I rolled a 2. So go
Perfect.
ahead, and give me damage.
And since they're hurt, that's instead of a D8, that's a D12.
Yes, it is.
Bing.
Things you learn.
That is still lame. That is 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. You see, he's still kind of standing, but you see the one that you focused on just reach up and grab his head.
And because what the heck, that was a cantrip. I just need to check one thing. Yeah, okay. I'm going to see it and how frustrated I am. I'm going to reach out my hands and imagine being back in that cave where we first encountered these cultists. And from the air is going to appear my holy symbol as the middle blade, the middle spike of the holy symbol of the sovereign host elongates into a great sword. And I cast spiritual weapon right next to them.
Okay.
Finally.
So-
You haven't seen that before, right?
Go ahead and give me an attack roll with your spiritual weapon.
Heck yeah.
14.
So 14. So you see it materialize and it swings down and he just barely dodged out of the way.
Okay. But that one is up, and
Yep.
that is my turn.
Okay. And then Echo, you were the last one in the line.
You said we're 40 feet from them?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna throw my boomerang and then run towards them.
Okay. So you get it has a +1, right?
To the
It is
hit.
a +1 to it's a +1 to attack and damage rolls.
Yep.
And you have to throw it to find out the rest.
Yep.
Okay, I wrote.
Doomerang.
It's a 10. I don't think that hits.
So no, so you see it go out, one of the guys just ducks below it and it comes right back to you.
Well, no, as soon as it passes his head, it blinks out of existence and back into your hand.
Okay. Yeah.
Blinkerang?
Again, I'm so thrown off. I almost like.
The whole point is that it will come back no matter where you are.
Blinkerang!
Or do the names stack so it's the Duma Blink?
Duma Blinkerang.
We'll configure names in a bit.
You can figure this one out
Duma
a
Blinkerang.
little later. Because
Okay.
as you look shocked at your hand, you hear an arrow whiz right by all of you, striking another cultist in the throat, and he just
Was that Deadeye that did that?
Yep.
Really?
Deadeye shot right by you and took another one of these guys out.
Great
There is now
shot,
one of
but
them.
please don't aim next to my neck.
I look back and I look at my my bow. I look back at Deadeye again. I've got something. I've missed every shot today.
Yeah, so I've moved to where I'm 10 feet closer to them to get
Okay.
closer into melee range and give them a target. Okay.
Okay. Now the one lone guy that still remains reaches his arm up, and you see the tattoo on his arm, just like every other one of these that you've seen, starts to glow.
I say, everybody get down.
And you see a small orb start to form in his hand, and he lets it go, and the orb streaks out and slams into Deadeye.
Someone cast.
Leave that eye alone.
Yeah, you just see this orb hit Deadeye square in the chest, and acid just goes all over him, and he just slumps back up against the wall and slides down.
Osiris has got his back. It's okay.
Are we still? We're not. Or do we have to be in an order to do this?
Hold on. I would like to rush him with the shield.
Okay.
I want to pin him to the door with my shield so that my crossbow is between his eyes.
So you're doing that. Taryn, what are you doing? Because I'm going to have you all do this at the same time. Because I know this guy doesn't stand a chance.
So I see Steel's gonna run to pin him, so I'm trying to pin his shoulder to the wall.
Okay, with an arrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Ro, what are you doing?
So we're gonna double it up.
I'm doing a slide out from behind Steel and like a.
Okay.
Just at him.
Halceris, what are you doing?
I'm at Deadeye. I'm got my hand against his chest and ready to heal when I can.
Okay, and then Echo, what are you doing?
Well, I was gonna do something else, but now that everyone's doing it together, I'm just gonna recklessly yell, "That's my friend!" and like charge at him with my glaive.
Okay, so everybody but Halceris, go ahead, give me an attack roll with advantage.
Point of order, I could still attack. My weapon is still there.
16.
True.
Yes, you can.
True, so give me an attack roll with your spiritual weapon as well.
Yeah.
I have a natural 20.
22.
18.
22, natural 20, 18.
19.
You all hit
I'm just gonna
this
roll damage.
poor man.
Poor man.
Everything is in slow motion.
Sir.
So, as the group of you are rushing forward, Taryn, your shot hits him in the shoulder, spins him around. Steel, you slam into his back, pushing him up against the barricade with the crossbow right in the back of his head. Rogue, you were shooting him as well, right? Yeah, so your bow just kind of keeps the spinning going. And Echo, go ahead.
Since his shield is right against his chest, right? And so I'm assuming just his neck and above is, I'm gonna go clean for the head.
Echo comes in and just
I see Echo coming, and I leave the shield pinning, and I just drop.
Yep. So, and then how much healing?
Custom made guillotine.
Yeah. How much healing do you give Deadeye?
So so is he dead? Is he dying? Is he hurt?
He is on the verge of death.
Okay, so then I will pump in a cure wounds, and that will be 7 points of healing.
7 points of healing. Okay.
And then I will, having some metallurgical knowledge, I'll begin to use part of my cloak or whatever to just wipe off that acid and try to get it off of him so it doesn't eat anything else.
Okay. All right. Yeah. When you do that, you look. He's just the metal and the wooden stuff on his chest plate is just all kind of eaten away, and you see scorch. Now that you're close to him, you see scorch marks all over other parts of his body. He's been taking some hits.
As I'm buffing him out, I'm like, "Don't worry, this is all going to buff out. Don't worry, it will take care of it."
I'm gonna come up behind Halceris and say, I might be able to help a little bit with this too, and I'm gonna start mending.
Okay.
I'm gonna just any little starting with his chest, and I'm just gonna cast mending on the metallurgical parts,
right?
And just try to stitch him back together.
Okay. How long do you plan on doing that for?
For the foreseeable, basically, until I get a call from the others. I'm gonna try to give him a couple rounds.
Because we need to check and see about the prince, and then we need to see if there's anyone else here.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'll catch up in a second.
That last guy. I walk over to the last guy and I kind of like pick up his head. And I look and I turn to Echo and Ro. Like, well, this is as non-lethal as it gets, huh? And I'll toss it.
Do you think that was too much?
Oh, no. It was just.
That was
I was
perfect.
just so I mean, I almost lost. I was this close, but like, once I saw that House Eris was doing something, I kind of was okay.
Oh, sorry.
Can I, as we are walking, going to make our way towards the door that was boarded up and knock to see if anyone's there, but can I, as I'm walking, I will spend a spell and cast Detect Poison and Disease again.
Okay.
So within 30 feet of me, any poisons, poisonous creatures, or diseases.
So you get two small pings coming from one of Rose's pouches.
Okay. Yeah, I know what these are. These are the components that I believe I know.
So you've got an idea that it's probably those little cartridges from the whip.
Yep. So it stays up for 10 minutes, but I
Yep.
think Halceris is just a little trigger happy with it since the scorpions are small and just show up randomly. He's like, this is out. So, but yeah, up to the door. Is everyone okay?
So which door are you going to?
Probably the one.
You've got 4 offices down the hallway. You got the main front door, and then you've got a set of double doors that are going into the prince's kind of meeting room.
I think
office.
we should go check in on the prince, see if he's even there.
Excellent idea.
Okay, so you go into that. You knocking on the door first.
Mm-hmm.
You knock. You wait a moment. There's no response.
That's the door down, House Eris.
Does the door feel locked, or is it boarded up on any side?
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, I will open the door and look at the others and stuff and say, be ready. We do not know what is here. And yeah, I'll push open the door.
Okay. As you push open the door, what order are you all going in?
I thought it was just a cluster towards the door.
I mean, you can. I mean, it's a set of double doors, so you can kind of go in.
Yeah, I can just cluster in, and it's better than a line.
I'm still
I'll go
mending
first.
on
Okay.
Deadeye.
Deadeye, so I will be at the very back.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll push in first with my shield, following Steel's tactics.
Okay.
And I'll be right behind House Eris.
We'll be on the sides of him, I guess.
Okay. So as you go in, you all look and you see the form of Prince Orgev sitting at the end of the table where you usually meet with him. Head is just laid back over the back of the chair. Arms are just limp at his sides. And you see a sword straight through his chest, pinning him to the chair.
Is there anyone else in this room?
At this point, you do not see anyone.
I want to walk over to him and is there anything else around him behind the desk?
So you see there's some cabinets, there's the normal office kind of stuff, furniture and stuff you see.
Have the cabinets been rummaged through, or?
It does not look like it.
Okay. I'm just gonna at least take out the sword from his chest.
Okay. As you do that, blood kind of.
Do I see? Is he dead?
Oh
or
yeah,
is this
before I do, I'm like,
someone-
can I like check for a pulse? Like, is there any sign of life?
Give me a medicine check.
I will assist.
From this around.
I think House Sarah should do it. Like, I'll just turn to House Sarah and be like, do you think he's still alive, or is he fully? I don't know what to do.
Do you want me to do it, Deanne?
Yeah, I mean, I think you know better than I do. You're a healer.
It's okay. That is 17.
17. He is dead.
Okay. now, yeah. So I'll slowly pull out the thing, not just rip it out. Just
Okay.
take it out.
Yeah, I am eyes everywhere. Is there a window behind him?
There's no window in here. But go ahead and everybody in the room, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah, I am. Ooh, this is a man died in a locked room mystery, so.
I got a nat one.
That one, okay.
You still got lucky, don't you?
Got a 10.
Yeah, but we're not using that.
What are we
Okay.
rolling? Sorry, I didn't catch you there.
Perception.
Perception.
Biscuit got a 17. I got a 3.
I got a 10.
We're
I
back
got a
at it,
9.
guys.
Wow.
17.
So 17. So how Sarah's got 17, Biscuit got a what?
17.
17. Okay. So as
Does this have anything to do with smell?
no.
Okay.
So as you are all kind of looking around the room, trying to get an idea of what's happened here, Halceris, you catch up in some rafters a quick flash of steel. And Biscuit kind of hones in on the same thing. And as you look up at it, you all see from the shadows up in the rafters a lone figure drop down to the ground. This individual is wearing a nice black cloak, just like the rest you've seen here. Looks to be a human male, roughly 6 feet tall. He pulls this hood back as he stands back up. And you all kind of almost seems familiar to you. As if maybe you may have met his brother.
Brother.
And he just
One or
looks,
three.
he looks over. Oh, so you do recall one was his sister that he had killed with his parents. 3 was his younger brother, who now stands in front of you and gets a little grin on his face.
I grin back.
And we're gonna pick up here in 2 weeks.
Oh my. 2 weeks.
So, as our party has gotten rid of these anti-magic fields, they have come in to discover Prince Orgev's dead body and presumably the assassin who killed him.
Biscuit's
we will
alive,
see with
That's
his.
what matters.
Yeah, Biscuit is alive.
There's
So
an
we will see.
upside to all of this, Biscuit.
We will see in 2 weeks when we come back, where this encounter goes. Whether we're all gonna try to talk, have a conversation, or just maybe somebody's gonna die. We will find out.
Have an idea of food.
So, all right, players, what do y'all think? I mean, threw some different stuff at you, kind of made you use your brains a little bit today, huh?
Oh yeah, emphasis on the using and failing. Though we're like, what?
It is this certain level of arrogance in a cultist who's like,
Babe?
yes, I will play
Babe? Beta?
puzzles.
I'm not good at spelling or math.
Don't. I was never taught how to write common.
I mean, so you got to keep it fresh sometimes. You got to throw different things at
That
you.
was really fun. I liked it. It was definitely exercised a different part of my playing experience.
I mean, it's, make challenges. So, but definitely seemed like y'all had a little bit of fun with that. So
We
We'll see.
always do.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see what comes up though here in a couple weeks. I got 2 weeks to plan this whole next one for you, and then shortly after that, we'll see. Y'all may be finally leaving New Cyre for a change.
Well,
Hey, random question though, because
Yeah.
we went right into this room. My spiritual weapon should still be up then, right?
It
It
is.
hasn't
It's-
quite been.
Yeah, no, it's still up for a little bit. So,
That's fun.
but yeah. So, like I said, I'm really looking forward to this next session now, as you all get to have your little encounter with 3
I find it interesting how you really are emphasizing the importance of numbers in our lives with the paintings and the numbers and letters, and then we have 2 and 3. Like,
Yeah. Numbers may
Six,
be
I
important,
presume.
but no.
curious.
So no, it's definitely been fun tonight, though. Glad all of you that's here with us could have joined us this evening. Definitely look forward to seeing y'all again here in a couple weeks. But before we go ahead and take off and go raid one of our friends somewhere else, we do have a few last minute announcements for everybody.
To start with, you know what I'm going to say. We upload all of these things on YouTube about 48 hours afterwards. So please go subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Games Tavern YouTube. Subscribing and leaving comments and giving us those likes and all that. Every little bit helps get new people in here watching the show, hanging out. And of course, if you miss an episode, you can go catch up and then come back and join us in 2 weeks because it's going to be a little while. So please go over to YouTube and hit that button for us.
Also go over and check overheadgames.com and their awesome epic character generator. It's super cool. And yeah, like Steele said, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a great Labor Day. So it'll be fun for everybody.
And again, we would like to remind you to go visit shardtabletop.com and check out their virtual tabletop system. We're super excited here to start using it real soon on stream. Don't forget to use the promo code TGTShard20 to save 20% on your sub. Players are free.
All right, guys, be sure to check out our friends over on the Vulcan Weave as they explore the secrets of the realms below, as they contend with powers of Phasrus and the curses of demonic shrines, while seeking the friendship of the Smurgnablin.
Yeah, you gotta love you gotta love those names. You gotta love them.
Catch them every Tuesday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, right here at the Games Tavern.
And right after that, the Mists returns. Watch as the Mistkers plunge into the fetid depths of a living, breathing domain of dread. Entering the festering wound of an ancient titan, they seek answers, riches, and a way out of this realm of insignificance.
Yeah, definitely go check them out tomorrow night. It should be a lot of fun. And look forward to seeing y'all here in the next couple of weeks as I see which one of these characters I might be able to go ahead and knock down to 0 hit points in this next encounter.
Rude.
I mean, you know,
which one of these characters? Obviously, that's going to be 3.
Oh, no, so that's your job. My job is to make it challenging for you.
I took off for the last time. I could take him on too.
So, but again, it's been a pleasure, everybody. Look forward to every Monday, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.